Exterior, Los Angeles, 405 freeway day. Freeway breathes metal and rubber. Stop, go, stop, go. Pre-lap, buzz of security doors, the clack of a bolt inside. Interior, City of Angels Psychiatric Hospital, day. A male orderly pushes a woman, 30s, in a wheelchair. Her face is dirty, blonde hair tangled, doped to the gills. Might have been pretty once. On a muted waiting room TV, cops mill about a seedy motel. From the Pink Flamingo Hotel sign, it goes to a reporter. The intake nurse glances at the woman in confusion.
Wasn't she released a few days ago?
Found her rooting around in the neighbor's trash again.
The nurse buzzes him through a second security door.
No, I will not comment on that. We intend to review all department procedures. Chief Travers and the commission and I are looking at every contingency.
Interior, studio apartment, bedroom, day. Bed made, corners tight, open closet filled with plain white button shirts, a few dress pants, an empty gun holster. On TV, a field reporter stands with City Hall behind her.
Inside sources indicate Mayor Marcetto's memo is related to a shakeup within the LAPD itself, due in part to budget cuts after the rollout of mandated body cams came under fire for alleged Fourth Amendment violations. Los Angeles Police Chief Travers rejected the idea. The Board of Police Commissioners was responsible.
Polished black shoes on the wall, a hand pulls the suit jacket off the hanger, butler brushed with care. Shoelaces tied just so, a scuff rubbed away. On TV, a press briefing. Curly-haired, no-nonsense, Police Chief Travers, black, mid-50s.
Budgets are set by City Council. You'll have to take it up with them.
Brown leather holster around broad shoulders, 38 snub inserted.
What's your response to allegations that recent incendiary comments made by one of your own has forced the department's hand?
Interior, studio apartment, kitchen, day. Bacon and eggs sizzle on a cast iron skillet. On TV,
This office and I personally do not stand by Detective Hayek's comments.
Will she be suspended?
a spatula flips the eggs, adjusts the bacon.
I'll say this. We don't condone behavior that jeopardizes our mission to protect and serve the citizens of Los Angeles.
We finally meet Tony Fox, white, 40s. He lives on the border of grief and regret, a dual citizen with nothing to lose.
You don't believe that bullshit anymore, and the rest of us, Chief.
With the new mayor's election, the question is, how far will city officials go to clean up the force?
Tony taps the remote to turn off the TV, sips coffee. Bedroom. On the dresser, an LAPD badge, a photo of Tony and a woman, 2 wedding rings next to the photo. Tony puts the larger ring on his finger, turns, stops. Something glints under the bed. He bends, reaches, strains, withdraws. On his open palm, a diamond earring. He places the earring inside the wedding ring on the dresser. Tony unfolds piece of mail. Medical bill from UCLA Medical Center, $42,900. Payment options are available. Call us. He stares at it, numb. Interior, suburban house, kitchen, day. A microwave beeps. Detective Ava Hayek, 42. Devilish eyes, deft hands. A real heartbreaker. She stares out at the palm tree in the courtyard. At the table, on her phone, is Annie, 40. A cop's wife who realized too late what being a cop's wife means. Ava's phone buzzes. Text message from D. Keaton. You're internet famous now. And a link. Ava taps the link. A TMZ link opens to a video. Ava in front of City Hall.
Snippets of body cams, then they assume we're shooting people without cause. You don't show what that kid did. You don't show the cops with bloody noses or stitches, broken arms. That ain't hot enough for you, huh? And this isn't about race either. My mother's Brazilian, my father's Lebanese. I understand how hard it is on the streets, but I also know that a cop's job is much harder than you vultures will never know. We're dealing with 13-year-old kids running around the streets at 1 a.m. with guns. And I ask you, where are his parents?
On screen, Tony pulls Ava away. The video ends. Annie heard the on-screen diatribe. She wishes this wasn't her life.
Great, more press.
I'm back late tonight.
You've got raccoon eyes.
Ava smiles, kisses Annie's forehead. Annie flinches.
Love hearing how stressed I look.
Interior, cruiser, day. Tony drives. Ava reviews case files in the passenger seat.
Caucasian males, no ID, but one fits Weissman's description of his assistant.
Trust. Takes time to rebuild.
What?
Trust. You fucking blew it at City Hall.
Oh, first my wife, now you.
What?
I mean, I say what I think, and I just happen to think that I'm right about this.
Then you're a stupid fucking cop.
People have no clue what it's like.
They shouldn't have to. And we shouldn't be defending shitty fucking actions of guys who couldn't be bothered to get a GED, but we give them a gun and 18 months in academy, and that's supposed to justify it? Beating suspects, shooting them, God.
I said what I said, and that's just how it is, all right? Get off my ass, man. Jesus.
Silence. Road bumps. Ava watches the city pass.
You think I got raccoon eyes?
Exterior, motel parking lot day. Sparse, decrepit palms overlook the sad, empty parking lot. Police tape across one of the doors. Cops and press mill around, waiting for news to happen. Sadly, it's probably one of the motel's better days. Tona and Ava make their way toward one of the outbuildings. Ava notes the rusted pink flamingo motel sign. Paneling cracked. Half the flamingo is missing. Interior, dirty motel room, day. Tony and Ava enter. Slices of dust-filled light illuminate two Caucasian men sprawled face down in their own puke, both naked except for flashy Hawaiian Speedos. Ava dodges the bodies. Tony's fingers slip down drapes, the color of day-old mustard stains and despair.
Decorator ought to get 2 consecutive life terms for shit like this.
Tony checks the vomit, half-digested pills.
Fully loaded. Fucking millennials. Or is it what, Gen Z? Yeah, whatever the fuck. They don't know how good they've got it.
Ava opens a bedside table drawer. Gideon Bible, used condom wrapper, a business card. Mutual life insurance. Karen Valentine, agent. She grabs the card and closes the drawer. A soft thunk. She jimmies the door back, reaches inside and up, pulls out a blue velvet bag with gold drawstring.
Here we go.
Ava drops the thumb-sized diamond cut like a rose into her gloved palm, checks it against the 40-watt.
Wouldn't pass at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Ava tosses the stone to Tony.
Insurance fraud. The hell-popping chuckleheads steal a gumball trinket from Weissman, who then files a claim.
Jesus. Just bag it.
Tony tosses it back. Ava drops the stone in the bag, holds the insurance agent card, ponders. Interior, LAPD, Chief Travers' office, day. Travers gets a call.
Yep.
Her face changes. She turns the TV on. The video is as brutal as you can imagine.
Explosive video of Los Angeles police beating a suspect late last night. On the heels of Los Angeles detective Ava Hayek's viral outburst defending police brutality, the mayor...
Son of a bitch. Get me Detective Hart. Fucking find him.
Interior, motel room, day. Tony searches one of the victim's pants on the bed. In one, a business card. EDM Data Solutions, Brian King. In the other, a garish flyer for a club called Lightspeed. In the margin, handwritten, bicycle, flight, marigold, coffee, metric, candle. Tony waves the flyer at Ava.
Club entry password.
Spent the big bucks. Copies at Office Max.
Exterior, motel parking lot, day. An unmarked squeals up. Out pops Malcolm Mal Hart, 60s. A prick in a perfect suit. He's a couple donuts shy of a medical condition. He breathes in deep, makes a face.
The fuck am I smelling?
Interior, motel room, day. A knock. Hart peeks his head in.
Active scene, Hart. Go away.
Hart bulldozes all the way in, takes in the view.
Christ, tweakers can't even die with any dignity. Ladies?
Tony warns Ava with his eyes. Shut it.
Nothing says these two didn't die blowing each other, huh? What a way to go.
What's got you so damn happy?
Tony's phone rings.
You got the bigwig stirred up righteous.
Chief, yeah. No, we just got here.
Come on, Mal. What the hell's going on?
So they didn't tell you either. Well, this is good.
Exterior, motel parking lot, day. Tony's face falls as he emerges into harsh sunlight.
We've been after the Rose Diamond for 3 months. We're this close.
Your partner's too high profile. I can't risk either of you fucking things up. And frankly, you could use a break.
I'm not her fucking babysitter.
Partners keep partners in line.
So she fucks up and I pay for it.
You'll run a desk a couple weeks till things blow over, then you'll be back out there, I promise. But for now, department needs to head this off.
Well, thanks. Nice to be needed.
Give Hart whatever he needs, and you two, try to stay off TV.
Interior, motel room, day. Hart fishes a half-dissolved pill out of the muck.
Yeah, they're cooking up something nice and juicy for you.
Such a prick.
Look, I like you. Believe it or not. I even agree with you. A lot of the guys do. You think because you've got a pretty face, you're not under the gun. But honey, public don't like cops right now. And you're just making it worse for us, not better.
Tony re-enters, defeated.
Eva, come on. We're off. Scene's yours, Hart. Try not to get too much enjoyment out of this.
Ava hands the velvet bag and the Lightspeed club flyer to Hart.
Diamond's a fake, insurance fraud, thieves OD'd on raver pills before they could collect their share. You're welcome.
Just a bright kid. Good future.
Hart feels a chest pain, then burps. Blows a kiss at Ava. Exterior, motel parking lot, day. The coroner parks as Ava and Tony exit to sunlight.
We do the lion's share and he gets the glory.
No glory here.
They survey the ugly scene one last time. Interior, LAPD offices, day. Tony slumps into his ratty chair. Ava sits, checks her phone, drums a pen on the desk.
So what now?
We wait.
Exterior, Los Angeles suburbs, day. The air is tinged with the yellow of a slow-burning fire somewhere in the canyons. Palms sway in a summer breeze. Gardeners pull weeds and mow lawns. Exterior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Makoto Lee, Asian, with moose coiffed hair and bright eyes, strides up to the small picket fenced yard. A man who knows the difference between value and worth. Pulls out keys labeled house front, house back, shed. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Makoto, nice place. Rustling behind him. He turns to see Cartier Diehl, 30, an imposing black man who says a lot by not saying a lot. In one hand, he holds a switchblade, emblazoned with E=mc².
Yeah, she's with Loverboy. Thick as thieves.
Cartier checks his watch, a magnificent luxury piece.
Let's go outside for a little chat. You got the shit?
Got the shit.
Cartier gestures with the blade toward the rear patio door.
What time, huh? No need to be dramatic.
Drama's her department. I'll text her.
Exterior, neighborhood sidewalk, day. Jane Ventura, 30, a posh British miracle of Caucasian genetics with swimming pools for eyes, saunters arm in arm with Langston Harris, 34, a handsome black man with a slightly desperate look. If he were your waiter, you'd think he modeled on the side.
If you told me I'd end up with the most beautiful woman in Los Angeles, I'd honestly say you were crazy.
She pinches him affectionately, grabs his arm. He relishes this closeness. They approach the Adobe bungalow.
Listen, Lang, the last few weeks, everything's happened so quickly. I want you to know I'm your girl.
I don't deserve you.
Her phone dings. She checks it. Her face falls.
Shit. Look.
Exterior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. The front doors partially open. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Off a painting of a woman diving into a pool at a Hollywood home. Langston enters, tentative. Jane follows, anxious. Langston grabs a poker from the fireplace. Kitchen. Langston creeps in. Jane pulls him back. Her gaze flits to the backyard. Outside, Makoto on a swing. Cartier faces him, arguing. Sound muffled. Cartier gestures with his switchblade. Makoto stands, angry, gestures. Cartier strikes a swift slice across Makoto's back. Makoto stumbles. Blood volcanoes out. Jane gasps in horror. Langston ducks, pulls her down.
We gotta fucking go. Gotta get out. Go.
They stay low, duck back. Exterior, silver screen era adobe bungalow, day. They burst out. Langston drags Jane along. They reach the road. Langston dials 911. They run past mower guy, 40s. Headphones on.
I think he saw us.
A black late model Mercedes squeals around the corner.
We saw a murder. And shit.
The Mercedes screeches to a stop. Driver and passenger launch out, black clothes, balaclavas, handguns. One shoves Jane to the ground, leaves a bloody smear on her blouse. The other grabs Langston, smashes his phone on the pavement, shoves Langston into the car. They scramble into the car and squeal away. Mower guy gawks. Jane's scream morphs into a siren wail. Interior, silver screen era adobe bungalow, day. A tech places the blood-smeared blouse in an evidence bag. Forensics techs comb the room, dust for prints, etc. Jane, in a different blouse, mascara ruddy from crying, examines her hands. Steady. Exterior, silver screen era, adobe bungalow, day. Ava crouches next to blood, congealing on grass next to a rusty swing set. She notes a fiber stuck to the chain.
Get this?
A forensic tech bags it.
County records show house is owned by Langston Harris, 34. Witness is Jane Ventura, 30. She's a British expat.
She's cute in that damaged, I just saw my boyfriend abducted men in black kind of way.
Techs are pulling SAT data for the last few hours. Canine may be needed.
No media.
We're set up for call capture.
Tony hands the sheet to the cop, who scurries off. Interior, silver screen era, adobe bungalow, day. Ava and Tony enter. Jane fidgets on the couch. Glazed eyes, mascara runny, a mess. Tony notes the clock, the painting, the fridge magnet of Dorothy and Toto. A sticky note, GA meeting 6:30 Tuesday.
Miss Ventura, I'm Tony Fox. This is my partner, Eva Hayek. We're very sorry.
Jane shies away from Tony's hand. Terror or recognition.
It's okay. We're here.
Can you walk us through what happened?
Langston, my boyfriend, we'd just gotten home, celebrating moving back in, finally feeling, I don't know, okay. Hadn't seen or heard from Cartier in weeks. We'd put things behind us and...
Cartier?
My ex.
Last name?
Diehl. Diehl. 2 minutes before it all happened, I got a text from him.
Show me.
She hands it to Tony. On screen, your place, now. I'm with the brains. Bring Poet Boy. She grabs the glass of water and drinks. Ava notes the warble of Jane's throat as the water goes down.
And the victim?
Makoto. His name was Makoto Lee, a friend of Langston's.
Makoto, with the K?
Yes. Cartier. Had a switchblade thingy. Or Makoto.
Her lips quiver, eyes brimming.
Yeah, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds between the 911 call and the first officer on the scene.
You were here the entire time?
No. I waited with the neighbor, Jeff.
He corroborates your account of the abduction, but we're trying to work out where the body went and how it disappeared in such a short window.
Yeah, is it possible that Makoto was able to walk out of here on his own?
I don't think so. Maybe. Or Cartier could have taken him. I'm sorry. I do care about Makoto. I mean, I do, but Langston, you have to find him.
The first emotion from her that isn't grief.
Any identifying marks, tattoos, clothing on the men in the car besides the masks?
She shakes her head. No. Tony makes a note.
Why would Cartier want to kill Makoto or abduct Langston?
We don't know who abducted Langston.
Okay, if Cartier was responsible, why would he want to abduct Langston?
I'll tell you exactly why. Lang had a video footage of Cartier killing 2 warehouse guards. And there's more.
If Ava and Tony weren't interested before, they are now.
You are entitled to an attorney.
I will get one. But Langston's more important. Please, I've heard if you don't find the person in 24 hours, then...
Cartier, do you know where he lives?
He had a house on the hills. 3124 Ridgecrest Drive.
And Makoto's address?
211 East Floyd Avenue. Apartment B.
Tony hands the addresses to a duty cop who leaves. Jane rocks back and forward, dramatized, manic.
We need to contact Langston's family.
His parents are dead. Only child.
Why were they here in the first place?
Jane's eyes are wide and watery, the dam about to burst.
Or you can tell us about the footage.
He's finishing what we all started.
About to speak, Tony is stopped by Ava's wave off.
Langston was working for a man named...
Interior, Benjamin Rose's office, day, flashback. Off a sign that reads, Benjamin Rose.
This prick was talking to our own goddamn lead sheet. Just going down the list. Short selling high placement real estate clients. That guy stole 14 of our clients that day. But he taught me one very valuable fucking lesson.
A vague New England provenance to the voice. A big swinging Dick's office. Sports trophies, a photo of a busty car model, and a man who can only be Benjamin Rose, 45. Ex-hedge fund frat boy. Now a bit of a washed up seed, but like a sleeping aged tiger, still capable of inflicting damage. Opposite Benjamin is Langston, intimidated and trying not to show it.
The other guy will take advantage of our weaknesses. Lie, cheat, steal, whatever it takes. So, the question is, do you have the balls to walk into the vault, grab the gold, and walk out like you own the joint?
Benjamin holds out a folder.
Your offer. Sign it.
I should probably read the terms first.
Sign it. Or are you a cuck?
I'm not. I'm not a cuck. What is a cuck? It sounds bad.
This was a fucking mistake.
Langston snatches the folder back. He slaps it down and signs. Hands it back. Benjamin gazes hard.
Good. Now get the fuck out of here and make me some money.
Interior, marbled office lobby, day. Langston approaches the lobby, face serious. Jane waits, rises, expectant. His face goes from serious to beaming. Jane's happy squeals echo off marble walls. Interior, silver screen area, adobe bungalow, night. Langston and Jane kiss in earnest. Hot and heavy sexy times. Progressively less clothing. They smash against the dining table, sweeping the papers off, sofa, floor, against the wall. Excessive, really. So we're going to look at Langston's contract. Letterheaded by EDM Data Solutions. The important part, annual salary, $196,000. Bedroom. Jane snuggles up to Langston, a rumpled post-coital mess.
I'm so proud of you.
He questions with a kiss to her ear.
Joining the program. Getting this amazing job. You've really stepped up.
I couldn't have done it without you. You're my rock.
They kiss again, and it's heaven. Interior, silver screen era adobe bungalow, present day. Jane stares past the cops at the front door.
Maybe you can tell us about Langston's habits, his routines, his regular activities. Does he have...
This is a waste of time. He's still out there in the hands of psychopaths. Who gives a shit about his daily routine?
Tony glances at Ava. You do the honors.
We're checking local business CCTV and traffic cams. It's going to take time. Okay? Unless he initiates a hostage negotiation, our best course of action is to gather information on Langston and his kidnapper.
I just need to know what's happening.
We should have something from the addresses you gave us in 10 minutes, maybe less. In the meantime...
Jane, on the edge of breaking down, sits forward, pleading.
How did they know he would be outside at that precise moment?
Cartier was watching us, obviously. I'm beginning to understand what defund the police actually means.
You have something against me, Miss Ventura?
No.
Benjamin Rose, how does he fit in?
Money. It changes everything.
Interior, department store day, flashback. Jane twirls out in some fancy new outfit. Interior, Lux restaurant, night. Langston and Jane clink wine glasses together. Exterior, neighborhood day. A new Beamer outside an open house. The same silver screen bungalow. Jane and Langston emerge, admire the outside. Interior, bank, day. Langston signs his name, shakes hands with a loan officer.
And then the bottom fell out.
Exterior, suburbs of LA, night. Palms whip to a frenzy, lightning rips the sky. Diamond rain. Interior, silver screen era adobe bungalow, night. Jane lies on the sofa, a glass of wine on the coffee table. Elgar on the stereo, thunder underneath, threatening. The door bursts open, Langston enters, soaking wet, eyes wild.
Oh, baby. What is it? What happened? Come here, where have you been?
Langston grabs the wine bottle and downs half of it.
Langston, the program.
Let go!
Lang, what happened?
She leads him to the sofa, grabs a towel. Langston shrugs off her compassionate hands.
I just lost $200,000.
Oh,
Christ!
Lang. Are you insane? Gambling again?
No. I know. I fucked up.
Where did you get $200,000?
Okay, the department was underwater when Rose hired me, okay? I used my whole budget to buy Bitcoin for day trading. All right, I wanted to prove I could save it. Oh, God. I'm so fucked.
What did you do? What did you do? Christ, I don't believe this.
Langston takes another slug of wine and then...
Oh, shit. I think I can fix it. I can fix this.
He runs to the bedroom. Jane watches with frightened eyes. He returns with his laptop and types like a man possessed.
What are you doing?
Jane watches his screen. He uploads a file and types some commands.
What is that? Lang, answer me.
The screen shows an encryption sequence, a system being locked down.
I've locked their server. Only way to get the decryption key is to pay the ransom.
You're ransoming the server.
Faking it. Makes it look like the server's being targeted by some hacker outfit in Estonia. It's easy to seed the server logs with VPN data here.
More typing, rapid fire, on a roll. He stops.
Oh, Canada.
You're truly a visionary. The Steve fucking Jobs of bad decisions. Lang, what the fuck? I thought you were done with all this shit.
The guy's dirty.
What are you talking about?
Langston nods, wild spark in his eyes, almost manic.
I got this.
She shoves the laptop down, slamming his fingers.
Christ!
Tell me what you're doing.
He launches up and shoves her back and gets in her face. For the first time, Jane shows real fear. Langston backs off as if realizing.
This can work. Just need to rewrite the file headers, backdate the file upload, and...
Interior, Benjamin Rose's office, day. Langston stands to attention.
Done. Finished. Don't bother trying any of that other high-tech shit. I've had your network and ID privileges revoked.
Langston tries to act unfazed. He's not a great actor.
I gotta hand it to you. 200 thou? Buys a lot of blowing hookers. I thought I was a baller.
Estonian hackers. They don't fuck around.
Hackers.
millions of dollars in lost data profits. I took action.
Benjamin throws a printout at Langston.
Department account withdrawal 2 weeks ago. It's all in there. You're a dead fucking animal carcass, bro.
Segmented decryption. Pay in stages. These guys don't mess around. I kept logs.
He pulls out his phone, shows Benjamin the screenshots of the decryption algorithm. The message reads, "Decryption complete. Have a nice life."
You know, my ex-wife, she was a great bullshit artist. World-class gaslighter. You're terrible.
You said I had to be willing to do what the other person wouldn't.
Embezzlement is a Class G felony. 3 years in the state pen.
I'll talk.
Excuse me?
I know about your Canadian deal.
My Canadian deal?
Due diligence. Listen, we all have our secrets. I saved your ass. And in the process, if word got out, hell, feds would haul your ass off and you'd spend the rest of your life and your prime years in a metal box. You read me, homie?
Benjamin looks defeated. Langston triumphant.
I can't keep you.
Find a way.
I'm leveraged to my ass. Honestly, I'm ready to fucking shut it down. So how about this? You walk away clean. I walk away. We both don't say nothing and stay happy.
And what if I talk?
You stole 200 grand.
A stare down. Langston breaks out.
It's been educational.
Oh, it certainly has. Never trust a nobody loser like you. Now get the fuck out of my building.
Interior, silver screen era, Adobe bungalow, present day. Jane stares at Ava and Tony in exhaustion.
I'm sorry. I need cheese to do.
Ava nods. Jane rises and leaves.
Bitcoin? What the hell is Bitcoin?
Encrypted electronic currency. Okay, private key and password unlocks the money in the wallet. The password is kept separate. That way the wallet holder can access the funds, like a safety deposit box with 2 sets of identification. My nephew's like really into it.
Wait. So this Rose guy has 200 grand stolen off him and he does nothing. Makes him my go-to.
Not necessarily. You know how these business guys are. Like they make money by writing shit off. Now, British dental's come a long way though, huh? Great snaps too. Jesus, that fucking skirt she's wearing.
How's Annie doing?
Annie, she's good. And you're worse than my mother. Jesus, God love her.
Interior bathroom day. Jane closes a compact and dries her eyes, stares into the mirror, shakes off her anguish. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow day. Ava stares out back, watches forensics dust for prints.
You think you'll still be doing this when you're in your 60s like Hart?
I try not to think that too far ahead.
Not me. I see myself on a beach. Fish and shrimp cooked in a pit lined with those shells, you know, like those shells, and a cold beer. And $5 million in my account.
Yeah. You let me know when you got 1 million, I'll join you.
Right.
A young cop comes up with a tablet, shows it to Tony.
Hey, we've got video.
The videos are grainy. One overhead view from space, the other a street cam. 2 men shove Langston into a car.
Catch the plates from this angle. Too bad that lawnmower man can remember.
Pretty sure he just wasn't cutting grass.
Jane returns and questions with her eyes, hopeful.
What's the name of that company Langston worked for?
EDM Data Solutions.
Tony and Ava exchange a glance.
Would you excuse us a moment and then we can talk about next steps, okay?
She nods. Tony and Ava rise and go off to the side.
Weissman's company? That can't be a coincidence, right? Like, what was that guy into?
Just don't get suckered by her sweet smile and her doe-white tears or her teeth.
I didn't graduate the academy yesterday, Tony.
They return to Jane.
Let's go back to Cartier Diehl. Why would he leave you as a witness?
Because he's a monster. And if you don't find him, I'll be fucking murdered too.
No. How does Makoto fit into this?
Yeah, and Miss Ventura, time is ticking.
We were in financial trouble almost immediately. The mortgage was due. We missed a payment on the new car.
No jobs?
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, bedroom, day, flashback. Close on alarm clock. It buzzes to life. A hand smacks it off. Langston wakes up, drags out of bed and into the shower.
LA isn't a Silicon Valley, and it's a recession.
Bathroom. Langston lets the water wash over him. Shower, shave, look in the mirror, all business. Exterior, street, downtown Los Angeles, day. Langston checks addresses, finds one, hesitates, then enters. Interior office, day. Langston waits with his resume in hand. This happens a dozen times in rapid succession. Elevator, office, secretary, door, stairs, secretary. Exterior, street, downtown Los Angeles, day. Langston exits the building, dejected. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Jane takes a sip of water.
Why didn't you look for a job?
I had one. Forex analysis. Foreign exchange. Currency trading.
Which firm?
Archipelago Capital. That didn't last long.
Tony writes this down.
6 weeks ago, they called it resource relocation. 2 months after Langston was fired, so.
Interior, office printing place, day, flashback. Langston prints out a dozen resumes.
We lost a car. To pay the mortgage, we posted the house to Airbnb and went to live with Makoto. It was awful. Awful.
Langston sees a mistake on the resume, an obvious typo. Langston tears everything up.
Some American dream, huh?
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Jane fidgets. A cop motions to Tony. He goes over.
At the very least, I should record an interview. Get my testimony on tape. I should also call my solicitor.
As you said, first 24 hours in an abduction scenario are crucial.
Just tell me what you need.
Langston's movements over the last few days, who he or you have seen or interacted with, anyone suspicious around.
I'm telling you, this wasn't random.
She checks her watch, rises in anger, and goes to the window.
Are you waiting for something?
Besides you guys to guess up your asses.
I know being patient isn't what you want to hear.
Christ. Cartier will be after me next, and he'll fucking get away with it. The way you two are handling this. Do you think I'll be able to get police protection after this? God knows what Langston's going through.
Tony observes Jane's outburst with dispassion. Interior, unmarked brown police sedan, day. Detective Sixsmith drives while Ramirez types in the address.
Address 3124 Ridge Quest. What was the suspect's name again?
Diehl. Cartier Diehl.
Yeah, nothing. No aliases, no POIs, nothing on AFIS. Either he's a ghost or he ain't real.
Like, ghosts aren't real either, bro.
Oh, they're real.
Exterior, 3124 Ridgecrest Drive, day. Ramirez and Sixsmith at the door of a gaudy estate house. Sixsmith knocks. The door opens. A middle-aged Hollywood housewife, Alexis, appears. All Botox and bad pantsuit. And could have been in Mensa.
Is there a Cartier Diehl at this residence?
What's this about, officers? Ricky, police are here. What did you do?
A paunchy, shirtless white man, Ricky, who peaked at age 13, and today he's coasting that 42-year wave, leans around the door.
Hey, fellas. Police charity auctions early this year, huh? Well, you know I'm good for it. Say, you know I'm friends with the mayor. You need anything? I am your man. I'm kidding. You guys with your big guns. You're great. All right, come on in. And whatever she says, whatever she screams, it's just part of the act, okay? Now, which one of you is going to fuck me in the ass?
He holds up a strap-on, hopeful. She edges to the side and squeezes Sixsmith's left butt cheek. Sixsmith jumps, and his face goes red. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony gives Jane a dismissive glance.
You don't think much of us, do you, Miss Ventura?
Do you have a photo of Cartier?
Jane shakes her head.
Wait. Yeah, I do. I forgot.
She scrolls through years of photos until she finds, on phone, a selfie of Cartier in a wife beater and Jane in a slinky club dress. He seems charming. She seems happy.
How long ago did you date him?
What kind of guy is he? I mean, what are his habits? Anything might help us ID him.
Tony studies the photo and hands the phone to Ava, who nods and gives the phone back to Jane.
He liked mixing carbonadale with heroin. Said customers couldn't get enough of it. Forced me to use it. That's the kind of guy he is.
Back a year or so ago, we had a rash of heroin overdoses laced with elephant trank. Wait, you're telling us that was Cartier's product?
She nods. Tony's phone rings.
Hey, Sixsmith, what you got?
That address your witness gave? Bogus. Didn't check out in our database either. And on-site check confirms.
Tony rises but stays in the vicinity. Jane continues to tell Ava the tale. Ava leans forward.
There's things you're telling us. Come on. Langston's counting on you.
No. He's counting on you.
We can only work with what you give us.
I'm telling you what happened. You can confirm the addresses. You have 2 eyewitnesses and footage of the abduction. I don't understand how, in a city filled with cameras, you can't track a car from this location.
Tony hangs up. He eyes Jane with precision suspicion.
Langston's in trouble. You get to go home and forget. The rest of us has to live with the aftermath.
We're on the same side here.
Doesn't feel like it.
Tony types something into his phone. Ava glances at her phone. Text from Tony. She lied about Cartier's address. Ava raises both eyebrows at this revelation.
Makoto, if he were able to walk out of here, where would he go?
Have you checked area hospitals?
It's one of the first lookouts we posted. No one matching his description has been admitted.
And not a peep from the kidnapper. So, what else do you have? You still haven't explained why Makoto is here.
What about Makoto's apartment?
Come on. Our people are heading there now. Let's stay focused. Why was Makoto here? Did he have a key?
It's complicated.
Marriage is complicated. Doing your taxes is complicated. Stop dragging your feet.
Jane's eyes narrow, annoyed at Ava's tone.
Makoto was the one with the plan.
Interior, Makoto's apartment, night. Flashback. As bachelor pad as you can get, empty pharmacy pill bottles line the kitchen counter. Jane at the kitchen table stares at a job posting website, clicks submit. Thank you for applying. We'll be in touch with you soon. She picks up the laptop and slams it down against the table in frustration and anger. The screen cracks. The door opens and Langston and Makoto enter with purpose. Langston opens a pack of cigarettes, removes one, and lights it. Makoto slouches and squints at Jane as if willing her to float.
So lung cancer, is it?
You're not interested in where I was.
Jane grabs a cigarette from Langston and pulls on it.
You're either going to tell me or you're not, Lang. I don't have time or energy to play stupid games.
Makoto and me have a plan.
Makoto and I. Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me truth.
Off Langston and Jane's confused faces.
Henry David Thoreau.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Jane scrolls for something on her phone.
Makoto was Langston's mate from college. Absolutely annoying. Always making literary quotes from what he thought made him sound cool. His big moment was playing a doctor on an infomercial for a new drug about 10 years ago. Here.
She hits play. On screen, a TV commercial plays a medical infomercial for a drug called fibromyalin. A man pushes a sundress girl on a swing, helps her fly a kite. A woman wraps her arms around them as she smiles at the camera. Then, a 10 years younger Makoto Lee in a white lab coat walks toward the camera, very serious.
Consult your doctor to see if fibromyalin is right for you.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Ava hands the phone back to Jane.
FDA pulled after they discovered it caused heart problems. Anyway, he went to med school and went from playing a doctor on TV to being a pharmacist in real life.
Okay, not seeing where...
None of this will make any sense if you don't understand who he is and why he was involved.
Sorry, go on.
Interior, Makoto's apartment, day. Langston grabs the cig from Jane. They share the rest of it.
A one-time opportunity has come up.
Jane is dead tired. She puts her papers aside, defiant. Langston waits, draws the suspense out. Jane is not amused.
Pills. We can sell pills.
What? To ravers?
Don't poo-poo it. Makoto has access to a fucking fortune's worth.
Makoto reads off a notepad.
Vicodin, $1 to $3 per pill if you sell it straight, but mix it with Pervitin and Dexedrine. You got a non-addictive experience enhancer you can sell at $30 per milligram.
Aren't you late for your GA meeting?
Shit. Makoto, can you drop us off?
Us?
I want you there with me. It helps.
I can't always be there.
You have been so far. All right, please.
Makoto jingles his keys.
There could have been no two hearts so open, no tastes so similar, no feelings so in unison. Jane Austen, Persuasion.
Oh, fuck off.
Exterior, street, night. Makoto's shitty Honda Accord splashes through a puddle made of motor oil and the nightly urine runoff from the makeshift homeless toilet under the overpass. Homeless dot this street, somewhere downtown off Sepulveda. Interior, Makoto's cheap-ass Honda Accord, night. Makoto eyes Jane in the mirror as Langston glances at her, willing her to agreement. She remains stalwart. Makoto smiles into the mirror. Jane glares back. Makoto parks next to a nondescript building with a stained glass window above the doorframe. Interior, Gamblers Anonymous meeting, night. In the center of the room, a group of 12 people in a circle, Langston among them. At the coffee and donuts table, Jane watches in silence. Cherry, 50s, a woman who has fought her demons and lost more than once, glances around at the vulnerable faces around her.
And there was a dog in my neighborhood. Pit Lab mix, pure black. This dog pretty much owned the neighborhood. It would attack people and other animals and get into the trash, creates all kind of chaos. Animal control didn't do anything. But while other people were making plans to trap it, you know what I was doing? Forming a neighborhood betting pool on whether the dog would get trapped or shot or if it would end up, I don't know, eating the face off some 3-year-old kid. I mean, I was such a mess and I didn't even see it. I mean, would you think it to look at me? That I could do those things? Then one day, they found the dog. It had been hit by a car. Now, here's the really messed up part. You know who owned that dog? That's right. Me. I can never forgive myself for being that person. I was that dog. I just didn't see it until that moment. I've changed, but I never lie about the fact that once I took bets on my own dog. Because if we're not honest with ourselves about our intentions, how can we be honest with those around us? So every day is like that. and I have to live with it. Thanks for letting me share. Okay, now, we haven't heard from some of you in a while. Langston, do you want to share with us what's been going on?
Langston is embarrassed, but puts a brave face on it. He rises.
Yeah, I'm Langston. I'm an addict. Whew. I never knew that the way I saw numbers wasn't the way that most people saw them. I mean, I could figure out odds in my head. They just appeared like a calculator on the back of my eyeballs, right? It's what I was good at. Funny thing is, I never learned to play poker, but I got really good at playing the stock market. Really good.
He glances back at Jane, who nods back in sympathy.
But it's like from the day we're born, we buy into this system. All these rules set up by other people. You either live under those rules, try to scrape by, or you try to find a way around them. You ask anyone, the system is not rigged in our favor.
The group mumbles in agreement.
You all know the saying. The house always wins in the end. Gambling's the risk, yes. But it's the compulsion that sucks you down, It's a lie. Everything's a lie. Me playing the stock market, that was me believing the lie. And, I'm lucky. I really am. I have somebody who stuck with me, stood right by me through everything. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her.
He stares at Jane, love on his face. She returns a sad smile.
Every day is a test. I'm just trying to pass. And thankfully, I passed today.
He sits, his face troubled. She watches as the group nods in acceptance of his testimony. Exterior, street, night. Jane and Langston emerge from the lit building and observe the poor souls in various states of decrepitude.
You really meant what you said inside?
About what?
About gambling being a compulsion.
Yeah, I meant it. Every word.
Jane sidesteps a homeless man who holds out his hands to her. She shies away, only to be confronted by a homeless woman with a toothy grin. She shudders back into Langston's arms.
I can't go back to my past life, Lang. We had to fight for everything, every scrap. No wonder I got so bodged up. I'm scared of sliding back in. I'm scared of becoming that girl again.
Look around. These people, they're living the same rules as us. They're just further along down the timeline.
They leave the homeless woman behind to bundle up as best she can in the dark street of Skid Row. Jane pushing back with the last bit of emotional strength in her.
I don't want to hang on and hope. I'm sick of playing the same rigged game. All right, I'm tired of struggling day in and day out. I know you don't trust me, but...
How can I?
Interior, Makoto's cheap-ass Honda Accord, night. Makoto in the driver's seat watches Langston and Jane in the rear view. Smoke from the exhaust rises in the sodium glare of an LA street lamp, framing them in noir shadows. Exterior, street, night. Langston goes in closer and embraces Jane. He seems tired.
Look, if you want no part of it, I get it. I understand. But Makoto and I are doing this.
She glances down the street at the barrel fires of the homeless stretching under the overpass and into the darkness.
Makoto's waiting. Come on.
Interior, Makoto's cheap-ass Honda Accord, night. Jane thinks next to Langston. Makoto puts the car in gear. Exterior, street, night. The car belches black smoke and speeds off. Interior, car, night. Makoto observes Jane in the mirror. She notices.
At my back, I always hear Time's winged chariot hurrying near.
I suppose this is a big joke to you.
To his coy mistress, a fine seize the day poem. Always preferred Marvel to Dawn myself.
Have you ever considered what a twat you sound?
Now see, this deal, like the drugs, has an expiration date. It's carpe diem, or you need to look for a new place to crash. I mean, or you could pay me rent.
You know we're skint.
He shrugs. She can't believe she's about to do this.
Right fucking twat. One time score. How does it work?
Interior, Makoto's apartment, present day. Close on a pad of paper. Cartier, 1 p.m. written on it. Detective Burrows, 50s, sifts through a leather wallet. Small bills, club cards, no ID. Burrows is short, muscled, with mole-like features. He sees something under a cabinet, fishes it out. Close on California driver's license for Makoto Lee. Burrows gets on the phone as he waits for pickup. He scans the prescription bottles.
Tony, Burrows here. Yeah, at the apartment, the supposed Vic. Not much here, but we did find a note indicating a meeting with Cartier at 1 p.m. along with a hell of a lot of prescription pill bottles. Also have an expired driver's license, matches the address. Name listed as Makoto Lee.
Good. Seal everything off. I'll get forensics over once they're wrapped here. Run a DMV check on the name. And maybe another alias.
On it. Oh, one more thing. Apartment manager says the tenant is an older Chinese male by the name of Nobu Kwan.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day, off Tony's skeptical face.
Let me know if anything pops up. How's everything else?
Yeah, search is ongoing. I'll have something for you in 2 hours, maybe less.
Good.
Forensics techs go over stuff in the back. Tony returns to Ava and Jane, face grim.
So Cartier was to be the fence.
Jane grimaces, glances fearful at the door.
Makoto's place was empty. But we found reference to a meeting with Cartier plus a lot of pills and an ID for Makoto Lee.
Makoto is his nickname. What about Cartier? What did you find?
You know, I'll just come out and say it. That address you gave us doesn't match. He isn't there.
Well, he's probably got it in the name of a lieutenant or...
The house you gave us is owned by a Hollywood producer, Ricky Zarian.
That strike you as a little odd?
What? That's not possible. What address did you check?
3124 Ridgecrest Drive.
My God. 3412 Ridgecrest Drive. Is this how conduct an investigation? Langston's life is at stake and you wrote down the wrong fucking address. Who is your superior officer?
Tony holds up his hands, mollifying.
Miss Ventura, we're working on scant details and there's a lot of information we were trying to scrape together from your account, but sometimes mistakes are made. We'll check out the new address. Please, let's just continue.
Tony writes the new address, hands it to the cop, who heads off.
Cartier Diehl. Who is he?
I keep telling you, he's a dealer. A killer. A crime boss, I guess you'd say. Believe me, he's dangerous.
Forgive me, but the LAPD maintains an extensive database of well-known offenders and powerful behind-the-scenes actors in the drug trade. I've never once heard of a crime boss matching your description.
Oh, of course not. You would know.
Meaning what?
You're the police. I'm sure you know what you know. And I know what I know.
Any hideouts or spots he'd go, base of operations?
I don't know where he buried his bodies, if that's what you're asking. But he has them. What about CCTV on the black car? You have to have found something by now.
Traffic cam footage just takes time.
He's probably just torturing Langston right now. Or worse.
She rises, faces the window. Ava mouths, me, good, you, bad. Tony nods.
Your boyfriend is in your hands, Miss Ventura. It's up to you to help us find him. So far, you're doing a hell of a job doing everything but telling us what we need to know.
Tony, shut up. My partner is under a lot of stress.
Oh, he's an asshole.
Tell us where he is.
Off, man. Come on.
Tony stomps off in feigned outrage.
I'm sorry. I know you're doing what you can. It takes time, I get that.
Her phone rings. Private number, she answers.
Hello? Cartier? Cartier, don't hang. Wait, please don't.
Everyone, quiet. Quiet.
The room goes silent.
Cartier, is Langston okay? I want to hear his voice. Put him on.
She activates speaker.
1 second. Yeah, I'll be down. I'm just grabbing my keys, all right? Fucking idiot. All right, what?
Is Langston with you? Do you have him?
Why would he be with me? I want nothing to do with that whiny bitch.
You were at our house. I saw you with Makoto. You killed him.
The fuck are you talking about? I haven't seen you or your faggoty ass friend since you finished our stupid business.
You're lying.
I don't have time for this. I'm just calling to let you know whenever you get tired of Poet Boy and his stupid motherfucking nerdy ass, I might consider seeing you again, baby.
Please, just tell me where he is.
Look, bitch, I don't want your motherfucking drama. I'm trying to keep it civil. I'm gonna hang up before I say something you and I will regret. Stay off the meds. Fucking with your head, all right?
Cartier, wait, don't.
The call ends. Jane stares around, wide-eyed at the room. Ava takes the phone, guides her to sit.
Okay, back to work, people. We'll need to trace that number.
I wouldn't bother. It's a burner. But here, have it.
The screen lock is set to a photo of Jane and Langston, his arms around her, her smile wide and beautiful. She unlocks it, brings up the call log. Tony gets on his phone.
Yeah, Sixsmith. Just heard from the target. No mention of the abduction. No acknowledge. Yeah. Just be careful.
Exterior mansion day. The car parks, and Ramirez and Sixsmith emerge.
Copy that.
They head up the walk toward the palatial hill estate. Palms and manicured lawn on the way up. They get to the gate. Ramirez buzzes. The gate opens. Exterior mansion front door day. Ramirez about to knock. The door opens. They stare at Cartier. Interior, silver screen era, Adobe bungalow, day. Tony stretches. Ava hands the phone back to Jane.
Back to the drugs. Cartier was the fence. What was the scam?
Exterior, building rooftop, day, flashback. Langston, Jane, and Makoto face the street. Stare down at a pharmacy, right drugstore.
You know, if I have to keep telling you how all this works, I'm gonna get really fucking annoyed.
What the hell are we doing here?
See that fruit vendor in the corner? He's got all that traffic passing him by, not paying him any attention. Now, take the homeless guy. Natural salesman, loads of personality, but his real advantage, location, location, location.
Homeless guy has a skillet. Bangs it. Does a twirl, high fives a passerby. The passerby puts some bills into the skillet.
Your ex-boyfriend is network distributed on the street. He's already on board with customers. He can move it fast, in volume. Let him do the heavy street stuff. He gets paid, we get paid. Everybody wins.
He spits. Passers-by look up in annoyance, but the three are gone. Interior, dive bar, night. Makoto, Langston, and Jane sit in a booth nursing drinks. Makoto gives a TED talk on stealing pharmaceuticals.
Every 3 months, new shipments get sent out. All the expired drugs are packed into a warehouse.
Exterior, warehouse, night. A marked courier van checks in with the guard, pulls past a storage building to a loading bay. Interior, warehouse, night. A uniformed courier hands the manifest to the shipping manager. Intercut between warehouse and the bar.
Expired pills are scheduled for destruction, but they spend time in storage before that happens. Red tape.
A 4x4 pallet wrapped in plastic marked with literal red tape, emblazoned with the word expired. Workers load it into the van.
What uninspired drugs useless.
The van pulls away.
That's not like milk. Drugs don't go bad. Yeah, they lose some potency, but they still do what they do, especially for coffee.
Interior, pharmacy, day. Makoto strides in, waves at the receptionist behind the glass, dons his coat, moves behind the counter computer. He logs in and accesses a database.
The manifest lists outgoing shipments. That's the key to the kingdom.
He scrolls through, hunting for the right entries. Bingo. He prints off a list, grabs the paper as it rolls off the printer. He folds it, puts it in a pocket. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Ava's phone rings.
Excuse me. Yeah? They found the vehicle.
Exterior, North Hollywood parking lot, day. A few rusty cars in the weedy lot. Detective Sam Park rummages through the glove compartment of a black Mercedes. Ray, late 40s, sits on the curb and smokes a cigarette.
Traffic cams track the vehicle matching description to an abandoned parking lot in North Hollywood off Ventura. Plates registered to a livery service called Hoopty Rides. No working cameras in the vicinity.
Vehicle condition, any foul play?
It's been here for at least an hour based on engine heat. Doors were unlocked, empty, no sign of struggle. We'll dust for prints, but it'll be virtually impossible to ID anything.
Parks spots something on the carpet.
Hey, may have a possible blood spatter here. I can have the lab do a comp.
To expedite, I want to know in 30 minutes if it's a match against the blouse. Have Michelle contact Tony or me with results.
You got it.
What about the livery service owner?
Parks checks his logbook.
Let's see here. Owner is Raymond DeCero, 47. One drug charge 3 years ago, misdemeanor. Business license is current. Clean record since. He rents cars by the hour.
Any chance of a credit card receipt?
He took cash, no questions asked, but he said it was an African-American male, about 6'2", $190, and he had gold earrings in both ears.
Good work, Parks.
Ava hangs up, turns to Tony.
Blood found in the car. We'll know if it matches in half an hour or less. I'm betting we have a winner.
Scamming pills would leave a trail, right? I mean, false order numbers, shipping weight discrepancies. Wait, so how'd you pass audits?
Interior, Makoto's apartment, night, flashback. Makoto hands Jane and Langston a couple pages.
Shipments between 800 and 1,000 pounds with a termination date within a week from today. I'll change out the weight on the manifest to half of its actual total. We take the other half, and the disposal crew won't know the difference when they make their regular pickup.
Why a week?
Because in a week, they're changing all the handling procedures. We got literally one shot at this.
He tosses one page away, scans another, tosses that. Frustrated, down to the last three.
No matches.
Makoto slams down the last page down, circles an entry.
Boom. This is our score.
Later, Jane wakes up on the couch, exhausted. Kitchen. Jane enters to see Makoto and Langston working on logistics. Makoto paces.
Yeah, pointless if we don't have a courier van.
We can't just walk out on the pills.
With 500 pounds of street-grade pharmaceuticals in a button-down warehouse guarded by round-the-clock security and cameras.
We'll rent a van. No problem.
We need a specific van model, not commercially available as a rental, painted to match.
Guys, we gave this a shot. Come on. Vans with custom paint and dress up. What are we doing? This is insanity.
No, look. Okay, how much to buy a used van of the same make and model as the courier, okay?
10 large, maybe, give or take.
Jane throws her head down. Makoto gives Langston a significant nod. Langston turns to Jane, sheepish.
We could get the money from Cartier.
Oh, you are taking the piss. No.
We need to bring him in eventually.
Absolutely not.
We stand to make a minimum of 500 grand each. 10,000 up front is nothing. Come on, pick up in 4 days.
How did you see this ending up, Langston? Huh?
Langston tries to protest, but she keeps going.
You know what he's capable of? What he fucking did to me? How dare you ask me for this? How fucking dare you?
Langston checks with Makoto for help. Makoto backs away. Your problem, pal, not mine.
I've stuck by you. supported you through all this utterly, monumentally, incomprehensibly stupid thing that you did to get us to this position in the first place. You had a job and you fucked it up.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get us back.
And now we've got no money. Living in this shithole.
Hey.
And now you want me to go back into the lion's den. Fuck you.
She grabs her coat and slams the door behind her. Exterior street, night. Another crazy night of LA rain, just buckets of it. Jane runs down the street, soaked, shivering. Langston jogs behind.
I made a mistake. Will you just stop?
Don't fucking touch me.
We're in this together.
Because you didn't give me a choice.
I'm trying to make it right. But I can't do this without you. I would never ask if there was another way. But you said it. No money and no job. We're fucked if we don't.
She turns away, now paused under the streetlight. The glinting rain and lights in the background. City noir.
There's no going back from this. Once Cartier catches descent, then...
I'll keep him on a leash.
Jane shakes her head and scoffs at Langston's naivete.
It's you and me, baby.
He pulls her close into a hug in the pouring rain.
And Makoto.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Tony gets a phone call. He goes off to the side. A forensics lead, Michelle, 30s, watches Ava and Jane surreptitiously. Jane notices.
I should hate Langston for it, but...
Love is blind.
Just stupid. I saw you on TV, didn't I?
Shouldn't get your news from TMZ.
You said a lot of things I think people needed.
Yeah, well, the department's gunning for me now. They don't like mouthy cops, especially mouthy women cops. You understand? You've lived in a world of men your whole life, haven't you?
Jane stares at her feet. Michelle, still watching, shakes her head, rolls her eyes.
We're trying to help. Even my partner.
You sure about that?
Of course.
It can't be easy. Danger around every corner. You could be dealing with a mental patient or a psycho with a gun.
That's the job. But we have the right to take steps if we feel we're in danger.
You know, the worst would be not knowing whether the person you're talking to is telling the truth. I keep seeing his face that they've shoved him in the car. It was like he didn't understand why.
You might very well believe your story, but maybe someone else like me or more likely my partner might suggest you're full of shit. Okay. And one thing he told me that I very much agree with is not to get sucked in by a beautiful woman with tears in her eyes.
Mouthy is one way of putting it. Is this how you treat every victim? Guilty until proven innocent?
I'm just wondering, cui bono? It means who benefits? This whole scene, it just doesn't make sense. But I do know that everyone has a motive, and I'm going to find yours.
Michelle heads into the kitchen toward Tony. Jane notices.
I've got nothing to hide. I'll come to the station. You can take my statement. I'll answer questions, whatever is needed. I haven't even asked for a solicitor.
They're called attorneys here, and I think you're stalling.
You think I don't know what you're doing? Good cop, bad cop game. It stinks. Especially when you can't even stick to being a good cop.
Well, you seem to be playing a different game.
I have to be careful. You too.
And why is that?
Your partner knows things about this case already. Things he's not telling you.
In the kitchen, Tony sees Ava eyeing him.
Lee, Makoto with a K. Yeah. Deep background, deep as you can dig. Lee's a pharmacist. Should be records. Look for narcotics or weapons charges attached to any bad guys matching Diehl's profile. What'd you find on Benjamin Rose?
He listens, then writes down Senior VP on his pad.
Understood. We'll call him in if we need to. Oh, well, and one more thing. Run down any hits on pharmacy thefts or large volume pharmaceuticals going missing within the last 5 months. I don't know. All within 50 miles of this zip. Yeah. Thanks, Burrows.
Michelle motions to him. He goes to her.
What do you not see when you look around?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
There are no prints, no fibers. We've got the blood, but nothing fits the profile we were given. This house is a black hole.
What about the blouse?
I'll hear from the lab in 10 minutes.
Keep at it.
You're not reading me. This scene is hinky.
We need to keep her talking. I mean, I want her to see you working the background.
20 minutes, and I'm pulling my people.
Michelle is about to resume. She turns back.
Help but notice your partner being a little chatty Cathy with the witness a few seconds ago.
Right, she never shuts up.
And I'm sure you heard the rumors.
About what?
About news leaks from within the department. Someone's tipping off journals. Even evidence is getting lost.
I'm not interested in rumors.
Just a little friendly advice. Last thing you need is a liability.
Michelle resumes directing the others. Interior, living room, day. Ava sees Tony going to the backyard.
I've seen him before. Your partner.
Yeah, at City Hall with me on TV, remember?
No, before. You weren't there. But that doesn't mean you're not into whatever he's into.
Tony's a clean cop. That I guarantee.
How can you be sure?
She glances at a cop who has come in and is now within earshot.
You say you know how Cartier thinks. Same thing. So, put me inside Cartier's head. Where he's at, what's he doing. That phone call didn't sound like he knew what you were talking about. You really don't want to talk about Cartier Diehl. Why is that, I wonder?
How hard is it for him to pose an innocent ex-boyfriend and pretend all's jolly? It's a setup. For all I know, he's had us under surveillance this entire time, or maybe even someone inside this house right now is watching us.
Ava glances at the cop, then a print duster at the fireplace. A photographer's flash startles Ava. Exterior, backyard, day. Tony examines the swing set, a drop of blood on one of the support bars, already tagged. He sees Jane through the window and his reflection. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony returns. Ava is troubled.
You and Langston don't have children. So why the swing set?
He was here when we bought the house.
You really didn't want to bring Cartier in, but you did it anyway. And even now, you don't want to talk about him. Why?
Jane flicks her eyes at Ava, a reminder.
It's my fault he got involved. And he's the most dangerous man I've ever known.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, bathroom, night, flashback. Jane stares in the mirror, hair wet. The door pounds, startles her.
Hey, you okay in there?
Jane folds and hangs the towel. She opens the door.
I'm gonna need a drink.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, main room, night. Jane and Makoto toss back shots. Langston observes, dry. The bottle slowly empties and the night wanes. The clock reads midnight. Jane is blotto. She pours another anyway, about to down it.
Look, it's late. We can call in the morning.
She scoffs, tosses back the drink, and picks up her phone.
I thought you deleted him.
Jane purrs, slinky-eyed, and burps.
Lied. I lied. How does it feel?
Makoto wants to be a million miles from this.
No, Makoto. We're a team. You and me and Langston and Cartier. You need to know who is lying and who's being honest.
Makoto side-eyes Langston. Langston stares at her almost too long.
It's midnight. Will he even be awake?
Cartier never sleeps. I know because he never let me sleep when I was with him.
Okay, all right. We don't need to go into all of that shit.
She waits as the call goes through, and then, interior mansion night. 2 naked women asleep in a magnificent bed. Off them to a gentle fire in a white marble fireplace. Off a stack of Fortune and Jet magazines on a glass coffee table. A scented old bourbon candle, and bare legs, soft cotton bathrobe, chiseled physique. Cartier Diehl reclines, cucumbers over his eyes.
Calling me in the middle of the night is just like you.
You sound good.
Whenever the wind blows to San Fernando, all I can think about is the first thing you told me. You remember?
Interior party night, another flashback. Cartier watches Jane dance. She notices. It's almost hypnotic. He muscles through a group of guys. He's laser focused. He dances with her, pulls her in close, releases her. Stays in her orbit. She sways seduction and hate in tandem.
Having a good time? You could be having a better one.
He slides a plastic Ziploc out of his jeans, white powder. She shoves him away. Cat-slit eyes and sweat, wild. Dangerous in her very own way. Very, very damaged.
Sex is a drug, but I'm the addiction.
Cartier is impressed and turned on. Interior, Cartier's place, night. Jane and Cartier smash faces. He's big, buff, a few shoulder and arm tattoos, short, cropped hair, a physique begging to be on display. Jane is fierce, abandoned to hedonism. She rips off his shirt, animalistic, pure, primal lust. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Ava coughs, embarrassed. Tony takes it in stride.
Langston thought he could play the game with this guy?
He knew Cartier was the only one who could sell the pills. But beyond that, I'm afraid Langston was 6 feet tall and 10 feet of water. We all were.
She eyes the painting of the woman dive into the pool. Water splash, pre-lap. Exterior, pool, day. The pool is multi-leveled, built off the side of the Hollywood Hills, perfect cerulean blue. The house is new money and modernist, concrete, steel, clean lines, a place for a king, or at least a kingpin. Cartier reclines, a blonde, Debbie, 20s, in a barely there bikini, swims toward him as he drinks liquid gold from a tumbler. She emerges. Sunset particles drip off in a cascade of diamonds.
Cartier liked living like drugs on TV. Guns, girls, that kind of thing. Cliche, really, but it suited him.
Cartier makes a place for Debbie on the chaise lounge. She kisses him. He reciprocates for a hot moment.
Okay, enough foreplay.
Debbie unties his suit. Clearing of the... Jane stands in the doorway, watches, disgusted. Langston stares. Interior, kitchen, Cartier's house, day. Cartier pours a drink, vodka or gin, whatever it is, it's straight. Outside, Debbie dives into the pool. Langston steals a glance at her LA body sliding through the water. Jane notices this.
This isn't a personal visit. We're only here so he could meet you.
Aye.
Cartier notices Langston trying not to show how impressed he is.
Langston Harris.
The man who's putting it to my ex.
There's no need to be a beastly twat.
Cartier ignores Langston's handshake, takes him by the shoulder.
So, little man, you here aching for some big money, huh? You see all this shit and want to slide in like hot cock and some juicy pussy, am I right?
We have a plan.
Ain't a plan, nigga. It's a fantasy.
What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun?
What did you just say?
Look, man, maybe you don't care about Jane. Maybe you do. But I do. I will do anything for her. Anything.
Cartier grins pitilessly.
A dream deferred. I like that. I like that. What is it you do, Langston?
Software engineer. Now, freelance hacker.
Had a lieutenant. Andrew Venor. Mad genius with numbers. He had a plan to pass my money into cryptocurrency. Bitcoin.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Cartier.
My boy and I are talking, Jane. So why don't you fuck off?
Jane folds her arms and stands defiant.
Andrew pitches me a way to make clean money. He figured out how to arbitrage that shit. You do know arbitrage, right?
What? Like trimming trees to look like animals?
No, honey. That's arbor sculpture.
Oh, well, excuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's the simultaneous buying and selling of securities or currency in different markets to take advantage of different prices for the same asset.
Jane was right. You is a smart motherfucker.
That's the least illuminating expression I've ever heard.
It's like market sleight of hand. All right, you're taking advantage of.
Nigga, you're too intellectual, man.
Cartier takes off his watch, slides it over to Jane.
This watch cost me 40 G's. Let's say I know a chump who'll pay me 50 for it. I can offload it to him and pocket 10 for free and clear because he's a stupid motherfucker who don't know the market for luxury watches. He just saw it in some GQ and thought he had to have the piece. Take advantage of the system for once instead of it taking advantage of you. Andrew bought Bitcoin at a low price on one exchange, then sold it at a higher price, then exchanged it all for dollars. Even with trading fees, motherfucker was making bank. So he gave me the original amount back, thinking I wouldn't have the skill set to check his books. He didn't tell me he was taking skim off the milk. Like a shady ass Jew motherfucker.
Langston is about to speak up about the slur. Jane warns him off with her eyes.
Andrew got greedy, but he forgot to buy a good pair of running shoes. Pop, pop. At least I got a little cardio out of it.
Langston's Adam's apple does a couple of jumps. Cartier claps Langston on the shoulder.
I'm sure you're a nice kid, but this isn't a game for fucking amateurs.
He smiles at Jane and opens his arms for an embrace.
Nice to see you, Jane. Call me again when you're ready to feel the San Fernando wind on your skin again, baby.
Jane pointedly ignores his obscene gesture.
Look, we can all make a lot of money.
You want money? Fuck it. Listen up. Come to 67th North Flower near 3rd Street Bridge. Little club out I played at Tuesday nights.
Don't be a twat, Cartier.
Hey, I'm being fucking polite.
Just play nice.
He grabs her around the mouth and chin, backs her up against the wall, slams her hard. She quivers in fear.
You want me playing nice? After you come in here interrupting my blowjob, talking about a dream deferred?
Jane stays stock still at this beast's mercy. Cartier, like that, smiles, laughs, releases Jane. He stalks to the door and opens it up, ushering them out.
Tuesday, midnight. And wear a fucking tie.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, present day. Jane gazes off past the detectives. Affected, shakes it off.
So it always take this long to check an address.
Tony shows concern as he pulls out his phone.
I hope they didn't go alone.
Tony lets the phone ring. Interior, mansion foyer, day. Detectives Sixsmith and Ramirez are on the floor, gagged, unconscious, hands and feet tied. Ramirez's ear is bloody. In one hand, Cartier has the bloody bits of ear and a stud. Cartier holds a cell phone in his hand as it rings. He considers. Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony hangs up. He dials again, growing more concerned.
Dispatch, Tony. Badge number 56682. Trying to contact Detective James Sixsmith on private channel without success. Can you raise him on radio? It's urgent.
Jane sits forward, anticipating the worst. Exterior, mansion, street, day. An unmarked car is parked under a palm. The radio activates.
Dispatch to Sixsmith. Code 99. Acknowledge. Over.
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony waits. Jane's eyes betray her fear.
Detective, I'm unable to raise him on the radio. I can send a black and white to his last known.
A beep. Tony checks his phone. A text message from Sixsmith. Perps, shady as fuck, but has alibi. He shows Ava.
Shit, no dispatch. Hold on.
A second text comes through. Confirming alibi with neighbors now. Contact you in 15. He texts Sixsmith back. Call me. Urgent.
Sixsmith's questioned Cartier, who had an alibi. Checking now.
There's no way his alibi holds.
Tony checks his watch. Top of the hour.
Could bring him in for questioning.
Side-eyes Jane as she says this. Tony's phone rings again.
Sorry, geez, it's a circus. Yeah, Nikks, what's up?
Tony leaves. Ava watches Jane. She returns the favor. Her expression is inscrutable. Exterior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony paces while on the phone with interior, police HQ, downtown, day. Nikks Orlando, 30s, a tough, fast-talking Jewish, no bullshitter lieutenant detective with a gum-smacking habit.
How long before you knew the Rose Diamond was a phony?
As soon as we retrieved it from the Pink Flamingo Hotel. It was obvious. Why?
Nikks shuffles some photos in her hand of the Rose Diamond.
Yeah, the big question. Why were you tasked with recovery of a bubblegum machine tchotchke?
Assuming it wasn't a ringer.
The fake you found matches the description of the Rose Diamond, except it's clearly not from some pit in the Congo.
And thus, why the six-figure insurance policy on it? But it's not my case. Or yours.
Nikks holds a copy of the insurance policy made out to Marc Weissman in the amount of $5 million. She notes the mutual insurance logo, Karen Valentine's signature.
It is now. Afraid I'm the bearer of bad news. Lieutenant Hart is dead. Massive coronary sometime last night.
Damn, poor son of a bitch.
Hart left a shitload of leads untapped. Captain's pissed at the state of the case file. I've got a green light to pick my team. I want you to be my second. Chief's given me the okay to get you out of detention.
Just let me wrap up this thing first.
How old are you? 58, 59? Gotta be approaching retirement soon.
Fuck you. I'm 47.
You want to know why they took you off the case in the first place?
Eva, Chief told me herself.
No, actually, it was both of you.
Silence from Tony, processing.
You cannot fuck up again, or you'll play desk jockey for a few months before they give you a gold watch and pinch your ass on the way out the door.
You mean the Hockney case?
You didn't think they were done with that investigation, did you?
Kinda hoped.
Mayor Marcetto and Travers are angling to do a little departmental dusting. Do your penance, show you're capable, stay clean.
I'm beginning to think maybe Eva has a point about the fucking system.
You lose your shit every time someone farts in your direction, and Ava has to pill up her ass about regulations and can't stop talking to the press. You need distance from each other. I'm making this offer to you and only you.
She's got issues, but she's still my damn partner.
You didn't hear it from me. Internal Affairs is drawing up something for her.
I heard the same thing. You know it's bullshit.
Running train isn't only for hobos and porn stars anymore, so if you don't feel like getting fucked hard.
You know, you didn't used to play politics.
Shit rolls downhill. You either dodge it or eat it. You got 1 hour. Or maybe you're ready for that gold watch after all.
She hangs up. Tony's phone rings again.
Felicia, what do you got on the blouse?
Interior, silver screen era Adobe bungalow, day. Tony returns and motions to Ava. In private, Ava joins him.
We need to get her in a box. Pronto.
What's up?
The blood on the blouse, the car, and outside. It's not real. It's stage blood.
Ava pulls a what the fuck face?
Okay, something did happen though. Like she calls 911. It's a huge risk if it's fake and she knows it. She knows we'd run tests. Why would she call unless she didn't know it was fake? Jesus, this fucking thing.
No. Burrows is digging. We'll have deep background within half an hour.
All right. Better get back to this line of bullshit.
Jane overhears them. She runs off in a burst of tears. Exterior, silver screen era, Adobe bungalow, day. Ava catches up to Jane, who wrenches away. Tony catches up.
You bastards. This is my life. This is Langston's life, fucking cops.
Ava pulls her in. Jane fights, then succumbs in grief and anger.
I've got you. We've got you. I promise. Tony, it's time.
We're going to move this downtown. Take your statement, get it on tape. When we get there, I should have an update for you on Langston and Cartier. Okay?
Ava smiles at Jane. Interior, Hollywood Hills Mansion, day. Sixsmith and Ramirez, gagged, bound, back to back. Prone. Cartier checks his watch, pulls out Sixsmith's phone. Typing. Alibi checks out. Cartier drops the bloody ear stud into an envelope and seals it up. Exterior, Hollywood Hills Mansion, day. Fast car peels out. Interior, unmarked police cruiser, day. Tony drives. Ava in front, Jane in back. Tony's phone rings. Text from Sixsmith. Alibi checks out. Neighbors confirm. 3 eyewitnesses have Diehl home all afternoon. More info incoming. Tony shows Ava the text. Ava nods.
So you said Cartier rebuffed your recruitment effort at first. How did you convince him?
Cartier is a poker fiend.
Exterior, alley, night, flashback. Jane, Langston, and Makoto enter the alley, cautious. The sign reads, The Wicked Witch Tavern and Grill.
If you say we're not in Kansas anymore, I swear to God I will knock your teeth in.
We have 2 days to outfit a proper van for pickup. This guy can't help. Well, we might as well hit the yellow brick road.
He wouldn't have invited us here if he wasn't curious.
Curiosity kills the cat if the cat doesn't want to invest.
He lifts his shirt. A 9mm juts out of his waistband.
If he even thinks we're carrying her Levite unholy shit on us.
You don't think I can handle myself?
No. Get rid of it.
Fuck that.
Makoto seems to be enjoying this exchange. Langston transfers the gun to his ankle. They round the corner. 20 yards away, a pyramid of a bouncer. Bald, imposing, immovable, smokes a cigarette. The bouncer ignores them. Langston tries to go in. The bouncer grabs his arm, twists it around, shoves him back.
Hey, what the fuck?
The door opens. Cartier sticks his head out.
Red, I'm expecting a couple of...
He stares at Langston, Jane, and then Makoto with steel eyes.
Who the fuck are you? Bruce fucking Lee?
Jane steps out of the shadows.
This is Makoto Lee.
How's it going, Cartier? Nice to see you again, man.
Langston puts his hand out for a shake. Cartier ignores it.
I don't recall inviting a fucking chin.
So you're a racist and an arsehole. But you used to at least have manners.
Beauty and the Beast, you must be the brains, huh? Check him.
The bouncer feels Makoto up, down, clean. Starts on Langston. Jane intervenes.
Invite us in, Cartier, or we're gone.
Right. We'll come the fuck on in then.
Cartier glances at Langston, scoffs. The bouncer withdraws. Interior, the Wicked Witch, night. The kind of bar where drinks cost $4 if you know the owner, 12 if you don't. Lighting conveys a slight menace. A few people are scattered around, majority of the action at a table toward the back, around which sit 4 men. Jane gets loads of glances as she passes. In this lighting, mystery and sensuality wrap around her like an expensive fur. Langston passes Debbie, the girl from the pool. She's got more ennui than a French filmmaker. Cartier scrapes his fingernails with his switchblade. The light catches the engraving on the side. E = MC squared. He lights a cigarette, notices Langston glance at Debbie. Jane slinks to the side to watch. Faces Cartier.
This is draw. You in?
Langston shakes his head no. Intimidated, Jane shrugs.
Isn't it illegal to smoke inside a public establishment?
Cartier blows smoke past Makoto's ear.
You play trade? Or just trading opium?
Cartier gestures at a man wearing dark glasses and a pork pie hat.
Get lost, cowboy, and leave him.
Pork boy counts his measure of chips.
I said, leave the chips, motherfucker.
Pork pie glances around the table. No allies here. He shoves his chair back and stalks off, muttering.
That wasn't very sporting.
Neither was his hat. Sit if you're in.
Makoto sits slowly, hands at his side.
That's Wendell, Mac, this is Horny Jack, who hails from the land down under ass end. And Delegate Flower to your left is Martin.
Wendell is portly with bad 3-day stubble. Horny Jack has a sharp black suit, no tie, crooked grin. Martin has large caterpillar eyebrows and blonde hair.
Cartier, you right bogan motherfucker. I'm from Sydney, as you fucking well know. Not the fucking outback. Got a problem with that, you fuzzy fucking tradie?
Horny Jack can either speak fucking English or he doesn't say a goddamn word. Now, this is no pussy poker. No fucking wilds, no high deuces, no fucking jacks over kings or any of that fancy bullshit.
I'm sorry, I need to buy in, don't I?
Use the chips in front of you.
Well, those aren't mine.
You got a problem with it?
I just don't like playing with other people's dime.
Cartier leans way over in exaggeration at the chips.
Then why the fuck are you here, Negro?
Yeah. Okay, I'm
you just do that.
Makoto sighs, gathers his chips, sorts them in a precise way. Cartier passes Wendell the deck. Wendell cuts. They all throw chips into the pot. Makoto follows suit. Cartier deals. Wendell tosses down a card. Cartier deals 1. Horny Jack gives Cartier 3 cards. And around the table they go until it's back to Cartier. The table is silent. Bets are thrown. Makoto folds. Langston gives him a quick glance. Makoto's sweating.
Look at this leaky motherfucker.
Comes from rooting poofters behind donkey does, no doubt. They all do it. Once his cunt don't touch you, he'll pass on an STD, 3 worse than being bit by a nasty Zika mozzie.
You've got as much logic as you have a grasp of the English language, apparently.
Pull your fucking head in, you shifty-eyed chutney ferret wog.
Huh. You know, Melville was certainly wrong when he called Australia the great America on the other side of the sphere. You think you're clever, but really you're nothing more than the grey sunken cunt of the world, as James Joyce put it.
Horny Jack rises to his feet, pulls out a knife.
Say it again, mate.
Cartier pulls him back down.
Easy, Jack. Man's got a point. You are right, cunt.
Horny Jack hesitates, then grins.
Yeah, guess I am.
The round is down. 4 left. Makoto's chips are dwindling. Makoto hands Cartier 2 cards, puts down his bet. Strong. Horny Jack folds. Wendell folds. Makoto drops a full house of kings and 8s.
I think they call this a full house.
Damn. Beats a flush. But not 4 of a kind.
Cartier slides 4 3s, rakes in half of Makoto's chips. Jane shares a cool stare with Langston. Later. Atmosphere thick. Cartier bets. Horny Jack raises. Makoto calls.
What are you holding there?
Something you can't beat, mate.
Call.
Free pair of ace high, bitch. You just been done over. You look like a used up old Jimmy Sombrero, mate.
Horny Jack is ecstatic at his victory. Cartier launches over the table, beats the fuck out of him. The bartender, John, 50s, pulls Cartier off Horny Jack, who lies still as a dead fish, face beaten to a pulp. Cartier rears for a punch on John. John backs off, pacifying. Interior, cruiser, day. Tony stares at Jane in the rear view.
We get it. Guy's a psycho.
Ava leans around and stares at Jane in the back seat.
Sorry, my partner is on his period, but he may have a point. Why tell us this?
It's important. Context. You can bring him in, and then you'll know him like I do.
Can't just bring him in just on your say-so. We need evidence.
Tony eyes her in the mirror, her face set hard.
2 dead guys aren't enough. Okay.
Interior, the Wicked Witch night, flashback. Cartier's demonic face spits on Horny Jack's pulpy face.
Fucking Aussie cunt! When it shut the fuck up. Goddamn, I told him to can that jingo jango bullshit. 2
of Cartier's guys drag Horny Jack away. Cartier glares at everyone at the table, lights another cigarette, eyes Makoto.
Way to keep cool, Mac. New rule. No more fucking Salvies in this fucking place. You got that, John? Mac, it's your call, so make sure.
I'm all in.
He shoves his chips to the center. Audible silence.
You interrupted me.
And I said all in. $3,000. Well, 2,985 to be exact. Are you in or out?
Martin slaps his card down and leaves the table in a huff.
Guess Marty's out. Just you and me, Mac.
Makoto lays his hand out. Straight flush.
Show it, Cartier.
Cartier puts down 4 jacks. Langston explodes in excitement. Even Jane is relieved. Makoto extends a grim smile, rakes in. He owns a pot majority now. Cartier never blinks.
How the hell did you do that?
Makoto stands, shakes himself out.
I watch people all day behind a counter. Customers who aren't angling for anything just come in, get their stuff, and go. The talkers always want something more.
Yeah? What do I want?
Jane told you. Piece of the action.
Cartier claps his hands against Makoto's face, forehead to forehead.
Not just the piece. Show me what you got.
Booth. The 4 sit in seclusion under a dim lamp.
Yeah, and with my winnings tonight, we only need...
Your winning. Nah, you might have been playing with them, but they're not yours. I gave them to you. I want them back.
Fuck that. He won. Fair and square.
Life ain't fair, and you're the only square thing in this room.
5, 10,000. It's the same in the grand scheme. We'll call it a loan.
Listen to Mr. Miyagi over there. Voice of the ages.
No. That's just the voice in your head, fucko. Out here in the real world, we play to win, and we keep score.
Cartier laughs at this in mockery and turns to Jane. Under the table, Langston pulls out the gun from his sock.
There's an easy way and a hard way to do this. Trust me, nigga, you don't want the hard way.
How about we talk about the hard way?
He lifts the gun up and cocks it. Cartier freezes.
Langston, you fucking idiot.
Cartier pulls a move so fast it leaves a trail of dust. He smashes into Langston's gun hand. The gun and force behind it smacks into Langston's face. Cartier whips the switchblade out and stabs the top of Langston's hand. Langston shrieks, writhes in anguish. Jane screams. Makoto stares, steel-eyed. Cartier grabs the gun, swivels it around, checks the chamber while it's still in motion. He ends the move, pointing the gun dead into Langston's forehead. Langston tries in vain to pull the blade out.
Leave it in, shut the fuck up, and allow me to clarify what's gonna happen.
Langston knows, broken, bleeding. He doesn't dare to move. Jane is shocked. She cradles Langston.
Tell me just why the fuck I should let you leave on 2 feet. And nigga, trust me, you better not be boring.
He points the gun at Makoto. Interior, unmarked police cruiser, present day. Jane catches sight of Tony watching her in the mirror.
He put up the stake money that night. 10 grand. What a fucking bargain. He promised that he'd kill us if we run out, or just plain fucked him over. He was very convincing.
Why did you think you could trust him?
When you make a deal with the devil, you don't usually ask if you can trust him. You usually don't have a fucking choice.
Car parks outside the Metro Division building.
You know the likely scenario here, don't you? Cartier will cut Lang into pieces if he hasn't already.
I've been a cop for 15 years. I've had 3 other kidnapping cases. All of them, we found the victims, alive, unharmed.
Right. So Cartier is signed on with you because Makoto beat him in poker?
He didn't do it because of Makoto. He did it because of me.
Exterior, street, day, a sign. Los Angeles Police Department Metro Division. Jane glances around. A white van idles. The logo is of a bagel with eyes and mouth, drinking a cup of coffee. Ingram Brothers Bagels. Tony's phone rings.
Burrows, what have you got?
Patient matching name and description of your Jane Ventura has been in and out of City of Angels psychiatric court-mandated care. History of mental illness, schizophrenia. Basket full of crazy. She was released a few days ago.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Apparently, she liked taking shits on people's desks where she worked. Archipelago Capital. They fired her ass a couple months ago.
Good work. Okay, meet me at the question box. Bring everything you got.
Got it.
Interior, police interrogation room, day. Ava slides a styrofoam cup of coffee to Jane. Tony brews.
This isn't an interrogation. You're not under arrest. Do you mind being recorded?
I think perhaps I should get a solicitor.
Maybe you should.
No, I suspect.
Something you're not telling me?
No, just precaution. It's your right.
Ava pushes record and stares at Jane with intent.
Witness statement begins 4:33 p.m. Detectives Tony Fox and Ava Hayek present. Witness is Jane Ventura. You can go ahead.
I had to tell you what led up to this point because none of it would have made any sense otherwise. I'm getting close to the end, I promise.
You've got 10 minutes.
End's all I need.
Exterior, garage, night. A white van with green markings and a logo for Ingram Disposal Parks. Makoto emerges, hands false IDs and uniforms to Jane and Langston. Jane shrugs off her blouse and pants. Makoto glances away. Cartier emerges from the shadows.
I could watch you change all night.
Jane gives him the British bird. Makoto tosses a uniform at Cartier. Interior, van, night. Makoto drives, Cartier in the front seat, Jane and Langston in the back.
3 guards, 1 at the gate, 2 inside. 1 was waiting for payday, so we can trust him to keep quiet.
How do you know?
Because I paid him.
What about the other 2?
One's a trainee. He'll do what he's told. Others are friends.
Exterior, disposal warehouse storage gate, night. The guard, Jerry, 20s, approaches. Makoto hands him an ID badge and a work order.
Little early tonight?
Jerry winks, goes in the booth, returns, hands the badge back.
Small shipment. Shouldn't take long.
In and out.
That's exactly where I'm headed after I get off my shift. Make it snappy.
He waves him through.
Whoa. Hold on.
Interior, van, night. Makoto brakes hard. Cartier fingers his switchblade. Jerry approaches the window, cautious.
You forgot this.
Jerry hands Makoto the work order. Cartier glares at Jerry. Makoto continues on. Makoto notes the position of multiple security cameras.
What is it?
Those cameras are new.
He stops in front of one of the buildings. Interior, warehouse, night. Makoto opens the door and enters, flips on the lights. The warehouse is vast, a football field with plastic-wrapped pallets head height. Makoto leads them down a corridor of the pallets, finds the numbered pallet. He slices through the plastic and hands boxes to each of them. 2 guards, Brian and James, 30s, approach.
What's going on here?
They all turn.
Where's Manny?
Who are you? What are your names? IDs, now.
He reaches for his weapon. Jane sees Cartier about to do something. She notes Brian's name tag.
Brian, Carolyn, we're doing a training session, including security checks, so take it easy. We've got our IDs.
They all pull out ID badges and hand them to James, who checks their faces against the photo IDs. He nods at Brian.
You aren't the usual crew, and you're an hour early.
Training. It's Scott's last day. We wanted to finish early so we could go and have farewell drinks.
Brian takes out his phone. James stands bow-legged and broad-shouldered, making it clear they aren't going anywhere. Makoto remains cool. Langston is nervous as hell. Cartier itches to step up and take James out.
Wait.
She escorts him away.
I lied.
Yeah, no shit.
She spins him back, face now desperate.
The only reason you're still alive right now is because we're still talking. You walk away, that man back there will kill your partner, and then he'll kill you too. And he'll do it without feeling a thing. Don't try to be a hero. It isn't worth your life. Please.
Wordless and swift, Cartier snaps open his switchblade, knifes James below the throat into his skull. James is dead before he hits the floor. Jane screams. Langston, horrified. Makoto backs off in shock. Brian draws his weapon. Cartier is on him. Brian evades the arcing slice across his sternum, fires. Cartier's already rolled, spins, grabs Brian before he can get another shot off. The two are matched enough to make it interesting. They smash into pallets, beating each other to hell. Brian fires again, grazes Cartier's arm. Cartier throws a box at him. Brian is knocked on his ass. Cartier leaps on him and plunges the switchblade down. Brian stops it a millimeter from going in. Cartier's got weight and position advantage. The knife inches down. Brian's face quivers as it sinks in. Langston and Makoto watch in mute horror. Jane falls to her knees. Brian spits blood and spasms, then dies. Cartier breathes heavily and points at Makoto.
You fucked this up. Get rid of the footage. We'll clean up and load the shit. Go!
Langston helps Jane up, and they walk to the office. Interior, warehouse office, night. Langston accesses the file system, finds the footage, and watches Cartier killing the guys in compressed format. Jane is mute, numb. Langston rifles through desk drawers. Finally, a thumb drive. He inserts it, copies files, complete. He deletes the footage from the server.
Got this fucker.
Interior, parking garage, night. Everyone emerges. Makoto peels the markings and logo off the van.
All right, my chickadees, I'll call you when we made our nut.
He reaches his hand out for keys. Makoto reluctantly hands them over. Cartier guffaws at their expressions, gets in, and drives off.
We just gave the entire score to that fucking lunatic.
Interior, silver screen era, Adobe bungalow, hallway, night. Jane walks past the partially closed door. She peeps in, sees Langston bandaging his hand. She enters.
Need some help? You're okay.
Fine.
He startles, quickly covers up his bandage.
Cartier called. It's showtime.
You think he'll fuck us on this?
She glances down, purses her lips, heads back out. Langston feels his bandaged hand, exhales. Interior, parking garage, night. Empty garage. Jane, Makoto, and Langston wait in silence. A car pulls up and parks. Cartier and a henchman, Tyrese, big, silent type, emerge. Tyrese carries 2 large bags.
You three make a perfect couple. Don't mind Tyrese doing what he does. I know how much Port Boy here likes to pack heat.
Tyrese pats down Makoto, then Langston, and finally Jane.
Careful, T. She's a special lady.
Tyrese nods at Cartier. Clean.
I'm telling you, demand for this shit. Fucking off the wall.
So where's our share?
Cool your jets, poet boy. Cool your jets, poet boy. I've been thinking about it. I put my guys out here selling this shit. I take all the risk. So I was thinking, my take on this first score is gonna be more like 90%, yeah?
There is no first score. This was it. And you fucking agreed to 45.
I own more property than most movie stars. You know why? Because I'm a better fucking businessman than I am a drug dealer. Business. That's what I do. What do you do besides gamble and piss your life away, bitch?
Langston grits his teeth. He's got nothing.
A good deal over the long term in volume. That's not a gamble, it's a business plan.
Even if we could find a way to bypass their new procedures, we'd pull it off 3 or 4 times, they start noticing. They will do an audit. They'll trace it back to me.
A monkey doesn't grab just one banana. You didn't really think one score was going to be it, did you?
Jane laughs in desperation and disbelief.
I told you.
Makoto stares at Cartier and shakes his head, disgusted.
He's holding the cards, and he knows it.
Arbitrage ain't shit if you got nothing of value to trade.
Langston pulls a flash drive out of his pocket, holds it up.
No. He wants to jerk us around. He can try it with the long arm of the law wedged between his asshole. Footage from the night he went apeshit. Give us what we owe now, Cartier. Or I swear to Christ,
Cartier claps mockingly.
Fucking hell, Lang. We were there too.
It's amazing what you can do with video editing software and a deep fake generator.
Fuck you. I'll put you on ice. Archaeologists will dance a motherfucking jig at how well preserved you are.
Fine. You know what? Fuck it.
He spits, pockets the flash drive, rips the bandage from his hands.
The fuck you gonna do? You wanna bare knuckle this bitch?
Langston rips another layer, pulls the snub nose concealed there. He wavers, points it alternately at Cartier and Tyrese.
Langston!
This stupid motherfucker's always strapping.
Try anything. I'll blow your face off fucking clean. You fucking monster.
And nothing but a coward.
The money. All of it. Hand it over. You greedy piece of shit.
Cartier eyes Langston, sees he's serious. He nods to Tyrese, who tosses the bags to Langston.
Makoto, pull out $10,000. That's your cut for the initial stake.
Cartier's eyes are diamond hard. Makoto tosses the money to Cartier's feet.
We don't see you again. Or this flash drive finds its way to the LAPD.
A dream come true. Enjoy it. I want you to know what it's like to have it, only to have it taken away one day. Don't bother watching your back, nigga. When I come for you, you'll fucking know.
Makoto grabs the bags. Langston keeps the gun trained on Cartier. They back away to the car. Interior, Makoto's shitty Honda Accord, night. Makoto peels out.
He was not joking. He'll come after us. He let us leave with the money because he doesn't fucking need it.
Okay, what are our options?
There's only one way to survive. We all come clean. Copy plea deal, turn Cartier in.
Oh, no. Prison? No fucking way. No.
Cartier's worse than any prison sentence. Trust me, I've lived with him. We can't beat him, Lang.
We'll leave LA, like you said, disappear.
God damn it. What's the first step? Admit you're powerless over gambling. That's your life becoming manageable. That's us.
Step 10, take personal inventory, and when we're wrong, admit to it.
Langston is surprised Makoto knows.
This isn't the plan.
He's right, man. I did research on this guy. He's a ghost. He's got the run of LA. And he has people fucking everywhere. I don't think he was lying back there.
Jane takes Langston's hand. Langston's a ball of fury and anguish.
We can't keep going on like this. We can't run. I'm sorry the plan's changed. We have to come clean.
Interior, interrogation room, present day. Tony makes a few more notes on his pad.
The original footage. Where is it?
Lang wouldn't tell us. Said it would put us in danger. But that footage would give you Cartier dead right on a double homicide. That's at least worth the DA giving us the deal.
Oh, we're taking deals now?
Find Langston, find the footage. Saving lives is in your job description, is it not?
I save lives that need saving.
Let me speak to your commanding officer right now.
Dictating terms? She's a fucking liar.
Okay, this isn't helping. Tony, out. Now.
Ava muscles Tony out. Exterior, hallway, day. Ava shoves Tony against the wall.
We deal in liars. That's our job. You got something personal against her? Like what? What the fuck is going on?
Tony is reluctant. His phone rings. Nikks.
Okay, don't hold out on me.
Next, I gotta call you right back.
He hangs up.
Tell me what's going on, man. Okay, partners, right? Come on.
Fine. You wanna know? This case is fucked. I don't trust her. Haven't you noticed how she keeps stringing this along? Oh, and I haven't heard back from Sixsmith in 2 hours now. Meanwhile, IA is digging up shit on you. Chiefs reorganizing, starting with us. I'll be lucky to still have a job tomorrow, but you, fuck. You better be fucking ironclad, and I'm still not sure it'll matter. I don't know what we're doing here. But I think this chick is a fucking phony and we're getting nowhere.
He sends a frantic text to Sixsmith. Where are you?
Internal affairs? What are they looking for? And why just me?
Missing evidence or leaks? Shit getting out to the press? Mayor's pissed and city council is leaning on the chief to do something about it.
Tony's phone rings again. Nikks again. He ignores it.
The witness is unreliable.
Yeah, no shit. But we still need answers.
I'm back on the Rose Diamond case.
What? Okay, when? All right, what about me? You're just gonna leave me like this? Like for IA to crawl up my ass? God, that's it? What happened to I got your back?
This isn't a marriage.
Oh yeah, you're goddamn right. I thought it fucking meant something.
Tony's phone rings. He glances at it. Burrows.
Without this job, you understand, I got nothing but an empty apartment and a loaded pistol. I can't get caught in your wake. I just can't.
Ava steps back in shock.
Any judge will give her 90 days minimum in a psych ward if she cops to a plea. Or fucking let her go for all I care. Sorry. But she's your problem now. I am so sorry. I've got to take this.
I cannot believe my ears.
Burrows, where are you?
Oh, fuck you, Tony, okay? Fuck you!
A cop runs up, hands Ava an envelope. Outside is handwritten the name Detective Ava Hayek. Ava tears it open. Out drops a bloody ear stud. Interior, interrogation room, day. Ava slides the bloody stud over to Jane, who recoils. POV, interrogation room camera.
The fuck is this?
I think Cartier got one of your men.
Ava sits devastated.
You know, this little voice keeps nagging at me. I need you to make that voice go away.
Jane reaches for her. Ava leans away, arms crossed, defiant, leg tapping nervously.
That little voice in my head is Langston, telling me not to give up. Despite everything he put me through, the one person you trust lets you down. So who do you turn to? How do you recover from that? You have to keep going, and you find a way to forgive them, to keep loving them. I need to get him back. Please don't give up on him.
Ava eyes the churning tape and red blinking camera light. Interior, Metro Detention Center hallway, day. Tony thumbs through contents of a folder. Burrows stands by.
No reported pharmaceutical thefts in the last 4 months. I ran name variations through our database, DMV, even FBI. Nothing on Cartier Langston. There are 0 Masao Lees or Makoto Lees who are also pharmacists in Southern California. The apartment rented to the old guy, Nobu Kwan, no known relatives or associates by that name either. But your girl's been through the system. Her file is there.
Tony opens the folder to a police report and photo of a barely recognizable Jane, drugged in psych white scrubs. He scans. Assault, disturbed, schizophrenic, fecal discharge.
Yeah, good work, Burrows. Fuck that. This is great work. Jesus.
His phone rings. Nikks, he answers.
Either you're in my office in 2 minutes, or you'll be walking a beat down San Fernando Boulevard by tomorrow morning. Jesus Christ!
Shit, Nikks, I'm sorry. I am on my way.
Interior, interrogation room, day. Jane leads forward and extends her hands towards Ava. Ava doesn't shy away this time. Jane takes Ava's hand, feeling her wedding ring.
When you're in love, you do anything for that person. Makes you want to break the world in half just to make sure they're okay. You know that kind of love? The kind of love that keeps bombs from falling on cities.
Even when you have it, it slips away before you realize it's gone.
Interior, Nick's office, day. Tony knocks, enters, exhausted. She holds up a pink box. He grabs a bear claw and chows down.
Fuck, that's good.
You guys were wrong about the diamond theft being an insurance fraud scheme.
She hands him a spreadsheet, printout, filled with Bitcoin transactions, several circled.
Rose Diamond is just a fancy Bitcoin wallet. These are the original transactions, moving thousands of Bitcoins.
Tony almost chokes.
Follow me. Marc Weissman buys a shitload of Bitcoin when it's dirt cheap and stores it on the Rose Diamond and buys a $5 million policy on it. The prices are volatile. Now it's worth a hell of a lot more than $5 million.
Why would you hire tweakers to steal it when it's worth more than the insurance payout? Ipso facto. What's this stash worth now?
Oh, about $180 million.
Fuck! That means the diamond was stolen by someone who knew its real value.
It's unlikely the two men who actually stole it would have the know-how to pull something like this on their own. One of them, Brian King, worked for Weissman, his assistant, in fact. The other was James McKenzie, Brian's best friend and the pill source, aka victims number 1 and 2, dead in their own puke at the Pink Flamingo Motel.
That raver flyer at the motel.
Club Lightspeed, exactly.
Interior, motel room day, flashback. Tony picks up the Lightspeed flyer, observes the 2 dead men on the floor. Interior, Nikks' office, President Day. Nikks stands and grabs the case file from Tony.
Here's the kicker. According to Weissman, not even Brian knew he had the diamond. He didn't tell a soul. Except he did. 3, actually.
The people who sold him the policy.
That's why I love you. They're sending over records of the employees who had access to Weissman's case. I'm going to pay Weissman a visit to ask why he didn't disclose the diamond's true nature when he first reported the theft. You with me?
I'm done with my witness, so yes.
How'd that go, by the way?
Shit show. Mental health issues. Her whole fucking story's a wash.
Oh, the worst. All right, I'm going to go TCB and then we'll head out. Meet me at evidence in 10, yeah?
What business? Let's just go now.
Woman business, which is none of yours. Thanks so much.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
It's pretty good, don't it?
Nikks gives a gum-smacking, toothy grin and thumbs up. Embarrassed, Tony grabs another bear claw and leaves. Interior, interrogation room, day. Jane uncrosses her legs under the table, accidentally touches Ava.
I still can't figure. Cui bono? Who benefits from all this?
A knock. Ava lets Tony in while Jane continues.
You're stalling. What are you waiting for? You think you have something on me? Whatever you think you have is not true and it's wasting more time. And I still intend to file a complaint.
Will you do that? Our captain loves us.
Jane searches their faces. Ava, sympathetic. Tony, callous.
It would seem prudent to talk no further until my solicitor arrives. I'll need to make the call.
No, let me guess. Imaginary too?
I find it interesting that you, Detective Fox, have been nothing but antagonistic to me during this entire situation. You don't want to find Langston or Cartier.
Ava squints at Tony. What's she getting at?
Because you staged this whole thing.
Jane gives a disbelieving laugh. She stands, but Ava blocks her.
You know, they're right. All cops are bad.
If there's footage of Cartier killing 2 guards, where is it? If Cartier had you over a barrel, why didn't you come to us before now? Why would he come to your house and allow you to witness him killing Marcetto in cold blood? You said he knew your every move. So it stands to reason he knew where you'd be, right?
I've told you already.
Why did he spare you? He's such a bad guy. Why did he let you witness Langston's abduction? He could have grabbed you too. Tell me. Tell us. Why didn't he?
He's toying with me. Because he can, because he's a monster.
In your sick fantasy world, you have to go to extremes so you concoct this story.
You just want to bury this.
The blood at the scene. Your blouse. In the car. It's stage blood. Methylparaben. Non-dairy creamer. Food coloring. Corn syrup. Are you starting to understand? You set it up. Please, just tell us why you did it.
Tony slaps the lab report in front of her. Jane shakes her head defiant. Ava is shocked for the first time.
I can't explain that. Cartier had it in for us. We tried to turn ourselves in. We sat outside this very building, but we couldn't do it. We realized we were fucked no matter what we did.
Interior, Makoto's shitty Honda Accord. Day, flashback. Jane, Langston, and Makoto stare at the Metro Division building, despair and resignation tattooed on their faces.
Shit.
Across the way, in an alley next to the Metro building, Cartier converses with a man with a badge on his hip. Cartier hands the man a fat envelope. The other man turns. It's Tony. Interior interrogation room, present day. Tony shakes his head, amazed at her audaciousness. Ava is dubious. Jane stares back with hardened eyes.
That was 2 days ago. I couldn't tell you everything until you brought me here to record my testimony. Now you've got a tape. Detective Hayek. Please call your commanding officer. I want to be placed in protective custody. And I want to call my solicitor.
You are good.
Shit. Tony, are you the fucking leak I is after? What are you into?
Ava backs up so she can make a move if she needs to.
Your partner has been working with Cartier this whole time. I bet he even knows where Langston is right now. What's why you've never heard of him, despite being selling fucking fentanyl-laced heroin on your streets?
He'd be in our system, have known associates, allegations.
Come on. I know you're not that dumb.
Major players don't stay hidden.
They do if they're paying for it.
Tony flings the jacket with Jane's photo and rap sheet.
Fun time is over. Must have been a real treat having you in the next cubicle.
Jane examines the photo, glances at Ava, shakes her head.
That's not me.
Diagnosed acute schizophrenia. You were released last week from Los Angeles County Psychiatric.
Okay, when were you going to tell me you had this, Tony? I mean, this isn't the first piece of evidence you've had out.
He's trying to bury this, I told you.
Tony digs a couple of dirty bills from his pocket, smooths them, and places them in front of Jane.
There's nothing to bury. No thefts. No reported break-ins at disposable warehouses. No murders. No bodies. No evidence that anything you've told us actually occurred. Call an attorney. I'm done wasting my time.
Tony leaves. Exterior hallway, day. Tony breathes out. Fuck, that felt good. Glances at his watch. Shit! He breaks into a run. Interior interrogation room, day. Ava is speechless. Jane stumbles, almost like she's in shock.
I have to place you under arrest.
She grabs Jane. Jane embraces Ava. She whisks the handcuffs out of Ava's hands and cuffs her to the table. POV, corner CCTV camera blinks red, capturing the action.
The fuck are you doing? Let me go. Tony, come back in here.
Jane's entire mood shifts. She's cool, neutral, methodical.
Thought I was a smidge on the nose back at the house when I asked you to bring me to the station. 4 times.
She glances at the security camera.
Making me stretch the ridiculous story out till I was nearly out of the rope. And some of the subplots Horny Jack and his fucking arsey arsehole. Langston losing his job because he stole Bitcoin. How fucking lame was that? Well, thank God for your partner. Take care of him, okay? He's very unhappy despite his calm outward demeanor. I think he misses his wife.
Jane stuffs a piece of paper in Ava's pocket. Ava struggles to free herself, lunges like a dog on a chain. Jane snags Ava's ID badge.
Give yourself up. We can help you.
Jane smooths her skirt, touches up her hair, lipstick.
Do not leave. Jane, we will find you.
She glances back up at the security camera, winks.
Couldn't find Langston. What makes you think you're going to be able to find me?
She leaves. Ava shouts and pounds, trying to free herself. Exterior, hallway, day. Jane orients herself, holding Ava's badge. Interior, Metro Detention Center, main office, day. Tony rips open the drawer, grabs a flask hidden in the back. He tips it back. Nikks watches him from the doorway.
Hell of a habit.
She grabs the flask, finishes it. Other cops stare at them.
We're having a moment here.
One of them salutes. The rest just put their heads back down.
It ain't the pay, sure isn't the people. Justice, I don't know.
The donuts. Gotta be worth something.
Interior, apartment complex, day. An elderly Chinese man chomps on a donut as he climbs the stairs. This is Nobu Kwan, 67. He arrives at his front door, sealed off with police tape. The donut drops to the ground. Nobu's confused, scared. He checks his heart. pulls out a pill bottle, takes one, swallows like a pro. He looks up and down the hallway. Interior, Metro Division hallway, day. Nikks and Tony stride at a brisk pace. Tony makes a call.
6 minutes never called me back. It's the one thing that's kept me confused.
He's one of those guys who never takes your call, but if you miss one of his, he's all over your ass about it. Here's the jacket on our 3 suspects, insurance agents who sold the policy to Weissman.
Nikks hands Tony a case jacket as they continue down the hall. Interior, mansion, closet, day. A cell phone on top of Sixsmith buzzes, shows Tony's missed call. Interior, Metro Detention Center, day. Jane marches with purpose, following the corridor signs. She reaches a door sign reading evidence. Interior, Metro Detention Center, clerk's office, day. A tiny windowed office with a bored clerk, 50s. Jane holds up the badge, obscures the photo, swipes it. Clerk doesn't notice. Cruising Tinder. Jane heads in. Interior, LAPD evidence locker, day. Gray walls, tagged evidence in bags and boxes. Jane scans row by row, cage by cage. Interior, hallway, Metro Division, day. Tony and Nikks turn the corner ahead. The evidence room.
Suspects didn't show for work today. Karen Valentine, Makoto Lee, Andrew Renoir.
Nikks opens the door to evidence. Tony stops dead, eyes glued to the case jacket.
Holy fucking shit.
Interior, LAPD evidence locker, day. Jane finds the cage, inside the rose diamond and lightspeed flyer. She digs a similar stone out of her purse, pockets the real diamond, drops the ringer into the evidence bag, and stuffs the lightspeed flyer into her bra. Interior, hallway, Metro Division, day. Tony is stunned as he scans. His phone rings. Burrows.
What?
The psych wards database just got updated. Jane Ventura was brought in yesterday. She's still in restraints. Whoever you've got there with you is not Jane Ventura.
Shit! Eva!
Yeah.
Tony drops the folder and runs down the hall, scattered on the floor. Photos of the 3 insurance employees. Jane Ventura, Makoto Lee, Cartier Diehl.
What the hell are you doing, Tony?
Nikks picks up the files. Jane emerges from evidence, sees her photo on the floor. She swivels and heads the other way. Nikks sees Jane retreat. The ID badge she stole falls to the floor.
Hey!
Jane stops, turns.
Dropped your badge. You new?
She picks it up, hands it to Jane.
Yeah, and it's period week. Men have no clue. Carolyn, nice to meet you.
Nikks. And no, they don't.
Maybe I'll see you around.
I'd like that. What department you with?
Internal Affairs.
Jane smiles and saunters away. Nikks swallows, blinks. Whoa. Elsewhere, Tony careens down a hall, reaches interrogation, slams in. Interior, interrogation room, day. Ava's cuffed to the table.
Get me out of here. She's got my badge.
Tony dials his phone as he unlocks Ava.
Did a woman come through? 35'8", blonde, well-dressed, a few minutes ago. Lock it down. Do it. She's here for the diamond. Come on.
They both race out of the room. Interior, evidence locker, day. Nikks grabs the evidence bag, pulls out the diamond. Interior, hallway, Metro Division, day. Jane reaches a stairwell. Talking sounds below. Interior, stairwell, Metro Division, day. Jane speeds down, reaches the bottom. A couple of cops exit the side door. They hold it for her. Interior, police headquarters lobby, day. Tony and Ava careen through, crash through the door. Exterior, street, day. Jane Ventura, except she's really Karen Valentine, emerges from the alley. She gets into a parked Beamer. Tony and Ava run out the front. Too late. Interior, Beamer, day. Jane/Karen turns to Makoto, or Makoto Lee, who gives her a hungry stare. Though now we know their real names, we'll still remember them as they were.
I saw it all. You were brilliant.
They kiss, long, deep, passionate. Jane hands the diamond to Makoto. She checks the back seat at Cartier, or rather Andrew Renoir. He gives her a thumbs up, pulls out a cigarette, lights one, and takes a draw.
They'll have our faces now.
2 words. Non-extradition country.
Makoto pulls out a mobile phone and opens an app. holds the diamond up to the phone and pairs them. On screen, device successfully paired. Jane smiles. On the floor, a used blood pack and Makoto's bloody shirt. Exterior, Hollywood Hills mansion, sunset. The gate opens, a new BMW drives up, window down. It's the person we know as Benjamin Rose. Interior, Metro Division lobby, day. Tony and Ava re-enter, defeated. Nikks comes through with the diamond inside the evidence bag.
The hell's going on?
Ava grabs the case file and scans.
A witness, Jane. She's one of the insurance agents who sold Marc Weissman his fucking policy on the Rose Diamond.
This chick? She looks... Damn. Oh my God, I saw her in the hallway.
Tony is on the phone. Nikks holds up the diamond.
She was here to steal the diamond? Fuck me, that's ballsy. How'd she get past security?
Tony gives Ava a wry glance.
But she didn't get it?
So what the hell was she going for?
Interior, Beamer, day. A light gleams inside the diamond.
The device is paired, just away from the enter the private key.
Think they're dumb enough to do it?
They're just smart enough.
Interior, police foyer, day. 2 cops escort Langston, covered in a blanket.
I'm telling you, they drugged my ass.
Yeah. Getting lit on a 40 of night train is the only blackout you had, pal.
No, hold up. Excuse me, what's your name?
Langston Harris.
You were abducted. Wait a minute. Can you remember what happened?
I saw a fucking murder. I mean, come on, man. I was attacked. They shoved my ass in the car right off the fucking street.
He's been muttering that ever since we picked him up from Boyle Heights. Stoned as Barney fucking Rubble. And no ID.
Okay, Tony, just take him. Find out what he knows about Karen, fucking whatever.
And what about you?
Well, I've got internal affairs about to crawl up my business end, remember? Nikks will keep an eye on me. Just go.
Ava and Nikks take off. Tony leads Langston in through security and into the back. Interior, mansion, day. Benjamin Rose, or Marc Weissman, and his wife, who is Debbie, the swimsuit model from before, enters the house. Thumping from a closet. Weissman goes closer, grabs a candle holder, another thump. He opens the door. Weissman's eyes go wide with fear. Interior, cruiser, day. Nikks drives, radio activates.
Urgent request for Tony from Detective Sixsmith. Over.
Yeah, dispatch, put him through.
Tony, listen, you'd better get over to Marc Weissman's right fucking now.
It's Ava. We're on our way. What the hell took you so long?
Just get here.
Interior, cruiser, day. Nikks hits the lights and screamer. Exterior, city streets, day. The cruiser blows through a red, weaves down the wrong way. Cars and people scramble. Prelap, a fancy doorbell. Interior, Hollywood Hills mansion, kitchen, day. Marc Weissman sits at the kitchen table with Nikks. Outside, a pool exactly like the one Jane described.
Benjamin Rose is listed as vice president, but I couldn't find any such person.
That's because I'm fucking Benjamin Rose. Filing corporate papers, you have to look fucking good. So I added some names. It's not illegal.
Hey, your business.
EMTs bandage Sixsmith's and Ramirez's heads. Ava observes Weissman's emotions as Sixsmith rants.
And next thing I know, we wake up tied to each other, perp's gone, and we both got fucking lumps the size of our dicks on the back of our heads. And the guy ripped Ramirez's ear off, bled like a motherfucker.
Hurts like a bitch, though.
Back over to Weissman.
What happened to Detective Hart?
Bad ticker. I was reassigned.
You guys keep switching things up. I'm thinking you really don't give a shit about me or my case. I mean, you got any leads or what?
Ava glances at Weissman, motions for Sixsmith and Ramirez to rise. They descend on Nikks and a flustered Weissman. Nikks pulls out the diamond from the evidence bag.
Mr. Weissman, you've been less than honest with the LAPD. This is obviously not a real fucking diamond. Now, you're not a suspect yet, but you need to start talking now.
It's a Bitcoin hardware wallet, Bluetooth enabled, right?
Look, yes, but I was telling the truth about it being stolen. I swear. I bought the policy and a few weeks later somebody stole it.
Your assistant, Brian, he figured it was real. Most likely tried to fence it, and when that didn't work, he and his buddy went on a bender. You didn't think it odd he never showed up for work again?
I thought he was just flaking. Brian liked the party.
And he died doing what he loved.
You didn't tell us about your insurance policy before. Why?
You tell me what it looks like if I file an insurance claim on it 2 weeks after I buy the policy. I figured I'd wait until the investigation got cleared up, but I swear I had nothing to do with it.
You wouldn't file a claim because it's not worth $5 million now, is it?
No, it's not.
Interior interrogation room day. Tony sits next to Langston, still out of it.
You know, next thing I knew, I was thrown out. I heard her drive off.
How did you meet this woman?
He shows Langston a photo of Jane/Karen.
Tinder date. Met at a nightclub.
Exterior, Club Lightspeed, night, flashback. Langston is nervous. Photos of Karen Valentine on his phone. She kitty cats up to him, confident, slinky.
Langston Harris.
He smiles, golden boy. They share an awkward first date embrace.
Karen Valentine. Oh, nice to finally meet you. God, you are prettier in person.
She stands back, puzzles as she examines him like a specimen.
Something wrong?
Oh, no. You'll do. You'll do fine. Come on, this place. You're going to absolutely love it.
They slide past the bouncer into the riptide of Molly-fueled ravers. Interior interrogation room, present day. Langston is shaken.
Look, I just wanted a fucking date. Why's it got to be like that?
She needed us to think her story was worth hearing. The house in your name, the blood, the abduction caught on CCTV, just enough to keep us going, all to get her inside here for the opportunity.
Wow. That must have been one hell of a tale.
Oh, better than the one she gave you.
Interior mansion day. The diamond lights up as it pairs to the phone. On screen, enter private key now. The detectives watch from the side, curious. Weissman accesses the load private key menu option. Loads the file called Bitcoin_private.key. On screen, enter 6-word passkey now. Interior, car, day. Jane and company are pulled to the side. The diamond pulses. Jane pulls out the Lightspeed flyer.
Here we go.
On screen, private key retrieved from remote device. Enter 6-word passkey now. Interior, mansion, day. Weissman opens his drawer and pulls out a piece of paper.
Fine encrypted. Password plus a private key.
Nikks leans in to watch.
You mind?
Ava sees the words briefly as Weissman turns the paper over. Bicycle, flight, marigold, coffee, metric candle. Weissman types in the words. He's about to tap the login button. The sun flashes in his eyes. Interior, car, day. Jane quickly speaks the words into the phone. The next screen loads. It shows a balance. Bitcoin, 28,223, and some other numbers. USD, 179,344,930.
Oh, you beauty. Transferring now.
She drag and drops the contents of the remote wallet into a local wallet entitled Lightspeed. The balance from Weissman's wallet goes to 0.
Holy fuck. It worked.
And that is how you do that.
Ecstasy. Cartier grabs Makoto in a primal kiss. Jane leans in and snags Cartier away, kissing him hard. Then it's Makoto's turn. It's a threesome buffet and everyone is hungry. Exterior. Desert. Day. Golden haze. Makoto pops the top. They're in a convertible now. Sunset haze as they keep driving. Interior, mansion, day. The diamond blinks red. An error appears. Password not accepted. Weissman tries again. And again the error.
What the fuck? Why isn't this working?
You sure you wrote it down correctly?
Yes. Yes, I'm goddamn sure. I used to check this 50 times a fucking day. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. She must have switched them.
Ava steps away, stares out the window. Nikks tries to get Weissman to calm down, but that boat sailed. Ava focuses on the swaying palms. Interior, interrogation room, day. Tony shows Langston the photos of Makoto and Cartier.
You met her a few weeks ago, and in that time you gave her the keys to your house?
No, it's true what they say. White girls can't get enough of the BBD. That's Big.
No. I know what it means. You're free to go. Just stay in town.
Like I got somewhere else to be.
Tony closes the folder, rises. What some men will do for love.
You gamble by chance?
Only with my life. You know, I thought we had something real. You think she cared about me at all?
Yeah. I'm sure you're just her type.
Exterior, Metro Division steps. Twilight. Ava drinks a cold coffee and texts something to Annie. On phone, another late night. Home after 11. Love you. She stops, considers, deletes it. Tony strides up the steps.
What a fucking day. Weissman's Bitcoin disappeared into the ether like a sidewalk shit stain after a rainstorm. Fuck, that had to hurt.
At least he can now cash in that insurance policy. $5 million? Ain't a lot of nothing.
Ava hands Tony a letter. LAPD, Internal Affairs.
I'm too tired to care. But did you do anything to warrant the inquiry?
Not yet. Did you?
I deserve that. So, what are you going to do?
God, if I wasn't crawling up my ass before, she took my fucking ID. You know I'm finished.
She fooled us all. You know how things work around here. Give it a month or give it 2, it'll blow over. You'll get your stick back.
Ava stares long at the sunset.
Yeah. I'll find a beach. What about you?
I don't have anyone waiting for me. Just a pile of medical bills.
Ava has a brief moment of guilt, but lets it pass. She pulls out the piece of paper Jane left in her pocket. On it is a phone number. She dials. Exterior, I-15 North, sunset. The car crests sunburnt hills leading toward the wide desert. Interior, car, sunset. Jane holds up the rose diamond. It shimmers. Her phone rings.
Detective Eva, so glad you called. What's on your mind?
Any of it mean anything?
Puts her on speakerphone. Jane puts her feet up on the dash.
180 million means something, but that's not what you're asking, is it?
That story. Was it for us or you?
Dreams, my darling. Dreams.
Tony grabs the phone.
Miss Valentine, don't get too comfortable wherever you go. I will find you.
Oh, Detective Tony Fox. If I was still in the insurance business, I'm not sure I'd issue a life insurance policy to you. Systematic risk. Well,
Still hear that little voice, Jane?
just that San Fernando wind. Adios.
Jane removes the battery and throws it and the phone into the desert. Makoto jams the accelerator. Wind flies through Jane's hair. Cartier twirls his switchblade between his fingers. The light catches on the engraved E=mc². Exterior, I-15 North, sunset. The beamer whooshes by a Vegas 116 miles sign. The road stretches long. Heat ripples the horizon. Exterior, Metro Division steps, sunset. The sun sinks into the hills, casts the building behind in gold. Ava tosses her coffee in the trash.
You're a good man, Tony. Don't go changing.
Tony stays behind and watches her head off. Exterior, suburbs of LA, night. In the distance, fire helicopters head towards Laurel Canyon. Ava parks, sits in the gloom as if waiting. It's hot, the kind of night that makes people do stupid shit. Annie's male lover exits the house and strides away.
Poverty and riches. Fucking bitch.
Ava withdraws a phone from the glove compartment, flips Karen Ballantyne's insurance agent card, checks her watch. 7:59, changes to 8 p.m. Text message from private. A dream deferred is like a raisin in the sun. Pleasure doing business with you. KV. Ava opens up an app on her phone. Bitcoin Exodus wallet. Puts her fingerprint in. Verifying. A new transaction. 300 Bitcoin. US total, $5 million. On Ava's face, relief. She dials Annie, watches her through the window. The phone rings. Annie ignores the call.
You've got a message and I've got voicemail, so you know what to do.
Annie, it's me, Ava. Listen, I know you don't love me anymore, and I guess you could say that I don't love you either. It's weird, you know. I know what's been going on. I've known for a few months, and I probably should be angry, but I'm not. And like, that's the problem, right? Truth is, we never should have gotten married. We both drifted in opposite directions, and it was like that before our wedding day. And to be honest, I don't even blame you. How's that for the emotional maturity? Anyway, I think I'll sleep better tonight than I have in a long time, but I won't be coming home.
She hangs up, watches Annie a moment more, wipes away a stray tear, puts her car into gear and speeds off into the night. Interior, police board inquiry, day. Serious panelists, including Chief Travers, face Tony, a looming empty seat next to him.
This panel is concluded. You'll be informed of our decision in 2 weeks. Until then, you are suspended without pay. Leave your badge, gun, and ID with Lieutenant Orlando.
Tony places his gun, holster, and badge on the table.
You can keep the gold watch.
He walks away. The panelists mutter amongst themselves. Interior, hallway outside the police board. Day. Travers catches up with Tony.
What are you doing?
Got my walking papers, so I'm walking.
It's a political thing. It doesn't mean shit. You'll be back and...
On a desk and a year or two shy of my pension vesting, and then the department says, sorry, Tony. And I'd rather save myself the embarrassment. I got medical bills to pay.
He starts to walk away, stops, turns.
So, are you going to see this case through?
A slight shake of the head, no.
That's what I thought.
Interior, Nikks' office, day. Nikks is hunched at her computer. A knock. Tony leans against the door frame. Seems lighter somehow.
So, as my department head, I suppose you should hear it from me before it gets around. But I'm gone. For good.
Chief, let me know. I'm sorry.
Eva didn't show for the hearing.
Nikks hands Tony a letter.
Resigned. Guess it broke her too. She told me.
Not broken. Maybe a little bruised.
Keep me in the loop, huh?
There's no loop. At least, not officially. Department's putting it back into the vault. Keeping it open leaves a black eye. The woman broke into our evidence locker. It's ugly. Of course, you asked the chief. She'll deny everything. And if anyone asks me, I'll deny I gave you this.
She holds up a folder.
Tony, I hear there's a life out there. Try living it, huh?
Interior, studio apartment, main room, night. Tony flips on the light, pours a glass of Jack. On the phone, voicemail.
Hey, you got Eva. Remember, brevity is the soul of wit, so make it short.
Beep. Exterior, balcony, night. Tony stares at the thinning traffic, face set with determination. Interior, studio apartment, kitchen, night. He pulls out a cast iron skillet, feels its roughness. Pan on the burner, fires it up. Chops garlic, veggies, tosses in some oil and salt, takes a whiff. Already smells good. Interior, studio apartment, main room, night. Off an empty plate of food. Tony swivels his laptop. Types tracking Bitcoin transactions into the browser. Opens the file folder from Nikks. Inside, Karen Valentine's case sheet. Even in her official insurance photo, she's got a slight smirk. Haughty eyes stare back as if to say, maybe next time. Exterior, beach, sunset, a fire pit, crashing waves, perfection. Camera pulls back, revealing Ava silhouetted, facing the sun. She drinks a beer. The sunlight flashes through the glass like the world's shiniest diamond. Waving palms usher us into the deepening sky. The end.